It's live with this game. It's Trick versus Epsilon, our first best of two of the night, and I hope you're happy to join us. We'll be looking at the Twitch chat over the next couple of hours. Squits, yes, joined by Yakukiani, all the good stuff. And we're live on Cobblestone very, very shortly. We've got 9 out of 10 players in the server. How are you feeling about this one, Yakut?
It should be a good one. I'm excited for it. As you said, this is going to be quite an even affair. You know, you've got sort of roster changes on both sides as well, so I think we're going to find out which team is the more solid lineup at the moment. Yeah,
well, we're live within this knife round right now, and what do you think about the Cobblestone knife? Obviously, this one maybe not as influential as others.
Yeah, I mean, the Cobblestone, it depends on what level of play you're at, to be honest, where the side bias lies. I think it's pretty even at this level. It has a tendency to be T-sided. I think that's been sort of, you know, moving left and right recently, but I think it has sort of drifted back to the T-sided sort of bias. But yeah, as you said, it's not as important as other maps.
Yeah, just for anybody at home, TMNT, that's Rixo. He's probably going to be playing that passive supportive CT AWP on the, well, maybe T side, looking as if they've lost that knife round there. Epsilon going to be able to stay. And I would say that that's a pretty good decision from them, a pretty good start for them, knowing that they're probably a bit stronger on that CT side, obviously with that defense for Pasmuya. I think that him, I don't know if I'd call him defensive. I think I'd call it an aggressive CT AWP. Able to get those entry frags. They're going to be playing this 4-1 setup.
Yeah, I think he's quite a dynamic AWPer, and you can really, especially on a map like this, you can really reposition yourself. But you can see Smear getting aggressive here, and he's going to get so much information from this, and he's going to be able to call to his team that it most likely could be a B hit. And as you can see, gearing their way up, that flashbang is perfect. Jenko goes down, and that's the opening frag that Trick needed.
As soon as the flash came through, there's Rixo with another one, and Surreal's going to be able to chip back, but the CT defense crumbles, and Trick's going to be able to salvage his B site. Smuya all out of the action. He might be good, but this USPS shouldn't be able to do too much in this situation, especially since we know how good Trick's team play is. They're really good at playing off each other at these situations, and Smuya's going to reveal his skull. Not going to be taken down just yet. He's getting peeked from all angles, though. This is so difficult.
Yeah, he's just trying his best to find some kills here, but ANJ will be able to take him down. So it's going to be Trick taking the pistol round, and that could be a problem for Epsilon, because you're saying how this has a tendency to be a T-sided map, especially at this level. So now that Trick have got the pistol, I've got a good chance to pick up these next couple of rounds, but they're going to go for the force here. Smoothie is going to stay at 1550, is he? Yeah, he is. So he's going to be obviously saving up for that AWP. Aside from that, they have forced into this. And of course, the CZ recently has been quite a nuisance. That gun definitely needs a nerf. It is absolutely ridiculous. And in the right hands, you can see Surreal and Janko doing some real work with it.
Yeah, they're up close and personal. Trick not really wanting to be revealing too much towards Plat, just backing off instead, playing passive, not facing any of these pistols just yet. There's a smoke out to cut off the visual of Smuya, who actually had that deagle dropped over to him. He didn't quite save in that pistol. He, in fact, has it dropped over by Zek, who himself isn't going to be able to support Surreal there. He goes down. Just Jenko left on this B site, needs support.
Yeah, he's got his teammate coming in as well. He's got a good angle with the CZ here. If he can find one and get to safety, Robin might be able to do some work with him. That flashbang's actually decent as well, but they're getting overrun here. The MAC-10s are getting in their faces. Smuya's going to have to back off. He's lost another teammate, and this is all Trick this round. I don't see a chance for Epsilon to get back in this one, especially with Smuya going down. It's going to be all down to Sack. Finds one. Probably just going to try and get away with the MAC-10.
This MAC-10's great for farming up cash. If you can find another frag, could be able to do some serious work, gain some serious bank, but I don't think Zach is going to really be sticking around for all too long. Instead, just backing off with this one. I don't see much of the advantage of saving this MAC-10, considering they're going to be buying into the next round regardless. Nevertheless, just hidden away on the A site, maybe able to pop out and find a scope. Maybe not, though, as Tricked. Not really giving him all too much to work with. Staying back on this B site, just rotating about, not giving him really anything at all. You saw Rixo there, 3 kills with a MAC-10. He's going to start this round $6,400. Loads of money.
Yeah, now Sack obviously has the MAC-10 here. Could play a close angle, try and get a few more, few kills with it. Obviously, every kill he gets $600. That'll help them because they did force buy on that second round as well. So they're not going to have the most money going into the fourth. So they can basically make use of anything they get. But once again, Robin overrun into drop here. They've taken control of it. Smooya with a nice angle. He actually gets 1-2 shots with a deagle. This is very dangerous. Smooya completely shutting it down. Trick, what is happening?
Oh, what a monster. He's just circling as well. He's going for more taps in. Oh, Smooya. He almost found a little bit more. That triple's definitely a statement right into the back of the minds of Tricked, but he isn't going to find the round, but there's an AWP. Got straight out, straight away. Those kills are going to be able to buy him a couple of nades. You can see the utility galore on his back. No Molotov there for him. It's Sack and Robin instead, but what a round from Smooya. Not able to take home the bacon, but certainly maybe some of the fat, some of the trimmings.
Yeah,
this is a rush, though.
Here. They actually get, yeah, you're right, they're coming out here. Surreal's in a good spot, though. Takes one down, and this is actually a really good hold. Robin's here for support. Tricked are getting completely shut down. This is a statement on the first back round, and look at that. Completely cleaned up.
Chenko gonna finish off with a headshot. Smooya not actually getting into the action instead. Held onto the A site, but it's not going to matter. Only Sack going down. That's pretty good for the pockets of Epsilon. At this stage of the game, you really want to be building up your bank. And sometimes it's very hard to do that on Cobblestone. That's why we commonly say that this is quite a T-sided map, because it's very hard to gain that buffer that you really need to keep a CT economy stable. There's a smoke out onto Tricked. They're going to be able to aggress slightly.
Yeah, I understand the idea of going for a fast B play on that round because they knew that they force bought on the second round, so they knew that the utility's not going to be there. They're not going to have the Molotovs to slow them down. So I like the idea of going for a rush, but I think the smoke that they threw towards lane would just basically put a spanner in the works because you had I believe it was Surreal just holding close to the smoke, and he was able to get one rushing through, spray over to platform. It just ended up being a bit of a problem, but I don't mind the idea. But now they're going to go back to this default here, the bread and butter of any T-side on any map. So they're just going to try and play it out here, see what they can find, try and keep the CTs in their positions. And it looks like they might be heading for a B split here as Console makes his way into drop. Can't spot anything just yet, but Surreal's boosted on the tree, so keep an eye on him.
Yeah, they're poking, and they're going to have to be able to dig him out at some point. You can see this 3-2 setup with Robin actually held towards Connector as well. Lucky, oh, he spots out the gun barrel. Surreal's going to go down without getting anything done, and Console's going to be able to rip the rest of the defense apart. There's a smoke there to hold him in. The nade is perfect from Smooya. Might give them a chance into this one as they're going to go for the follow-up boost over.
Yeah, that nade made the difference. I don't think they would have gone for this otherwise, but as you can see, Smooya is desperately trying to get another kill. If he gets another kill here, this is a definite possible retake, but you can see Trick, they're playing very disciplined here. They don't want to give anything up, and because of that, Epsilon are going to have to back off. But nice conservative play by Trick there, not giving anything away. They lost the player to the nade, and they're like, okay, don't need to peek him. We know he's got an ult. And there you go. They've got the round, and that's going to break Epsilon here.
And you know the AWP's in the hands of Smooya. You don't want to be peeking him and leveling it back to a 2 versus 2 when you've got one of the most confident star players, not just in the UK, but in Europe.
Yeah, definitely one of the the sort of notable players at this level of player. But you can't count out ANJ as well. He always seems to slip people's minds when you're talking about the top players at this level. ANJ is definitely a great player. And he's proven it time and time again, often being the star player for Tricked. But Epsilon are going to buy into this here. It's going to be a bit of a weak buy. Jenko, what's he got there? Has he got himself? Yeah, he's got a FAMAS. So not too bad actually, considering that FAMAS was there as well. So they've got rifles, and see Luki Smooya caught out in the position, trying to be aggressive, as you were saying, being an aggressive AWPer. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out there as they completely overrun mid here.
The rotate has to be fast since Trick's already on this bomb site, but Lucky's going to hit a headshot. Robin only trades back one, and this is a 4 versus 2. Completely falling apart for Epsilon. His Insta's going to take another. Just Surreal left, and he's going to have to back off. Nothing he can do in this 1 versus 4. And Epsilon, this is starting to fall apart. Not just the rounds, but their economy too. You can see how little money they've got left. Only Jenko with 4 digits on the economy. He's got 2,000, but nobody else has anything to talk of.
Yeah, this is getting a bit scary. And on Cobblestone as well, this is Epsilon's pick. And you
Rixo abusing those chickens.
I
don't like to see that. Rixo, bite your ideas up, mate. I don't want to see this.
Animal rights,
Disrespect on the Challenge Me servers.
Disgusting.
I think we should put some penalty points in for that one.
Reported for chicken abuse.
Can we take some rounds off the scoreboard?
God,
it's disgusting. Let's get some booze in the chat.
But yeah, like, this could be a problem for Epsilon here on Cobblestone. This is their map pick as well. And, you know, obviously T-side, you know, it ends up happening as well. Like, when you give up a few rounds and, you know, a couple of crucial rounds here and there, it kind of just, you look at the scoreboard and already the T's have like 5 or 6 rounds on the board just because you can get overwhelmed constantly. And obviously CT economy being so fragile can be a huge issue. But they've got the one rifle that they've got saved here. They're going to try and play around that. Where's Surreal playing here? He's going to be playing towards that B bomb site. So he's essentially going to be the first point of contact here, which I don't usually like when you've got a rifle, if you're the only rifle. I think it's better to sort of play a trade fragger role. But he's going to be playing close up here. ANJ, oh, he gets caught jumping. Surreal could have traded that. It's so unfortunate. And ANJ gets himself 2 easy frags.
Both clean, precise headshots as well. ANJ started this map off exceptionally well. You can see 9-1 so far, just carrying Team Tricked in this match. Rixo's going to tap the numbers into the bomb. Epsilon with no way back into this bomb site, maybe just setting up for the exits.
Pretty much. They're going to try and find something if they can, but Robin's holding close with his Zeus. Maybe we'll get one of those. It's always fun. But yeah, they're just going to be holding it back here. Smoothie's got the Deagle, so might be able to find himself a kill or two. But they're going to exit through Plat. I think they realise that the CTs are around here, so shouldn't be able to find anything. Oh, Robin, did he go down through the wall?
Yeah, I think he did. After taking many, many shots through that wall, Rixo's finally going to find it.
Oh dear. It's unfortunate. I bet Rixo's going to be pleased with that. But 6-1 now for Tricked, and you've got another kind of weakish buy. Obviously, they realise they can afford the AWP, so they're trying to play around it here. But you've got the UMP, the FAMAS. Utility's not too bad here. They're going to be light on a few mollies. Aside from that, not too bad. But, you know, lack of Molotovs can be a problem on this map. And obviously you've got the UMP and the FAMAS as well. Tricked in a really good position here. Once again, taking that bomb towards B, trying to keep the aggression towards Plat. That Molotov and the smoke gives them control of it. And Epsilon have to give it up here because they just don't have the weaponry to try and stop them. They're playing passive and giving up the site, essentially. And look at the control Tricked have. They can go anywhere. They don't even have to go B here just because they've scared Epsilon off it. And this is a problem. Actually, Surreal and Robin both finding kill, yeah.
Straight in. He finds 2. And there's nobody there to trade for Tricked. ANJ caught out the action, gets naded back onto 60 HP as well. So with this bomb slithering onto the A site, now Epsilon can go for the rotate with the 2-man advantage. ANJ just finally finding his teammates. That's a great flash, though, to lock Zack into this corner, but he darts out just in time, leaves ANJ in a 1 versus 5. And this should be 6-2.
Zack there playing, getting flashed, jumping up into the corner there, staying alive and getting a kill. That was very nice. But I don't know what happened to Trick there. They had a really good, you know, bit of play towards the B bomb site where they completely denied any control from the CTs. I understand the idea of going A after that because, you know, it kind of keeps the Epsilon players worrying about the B hit. But yeah, they just couldn't get that kill. The initial kill to the player who was playing on the site, so that kind of basically slowed them down quite a bit. But no, they're not going to be able to buy back into the obviously their economy's pretty strong, but now Epsilon have full utility, full weaponry as well, so they're going to be ready to take these fights here. Once again, ANJ getting control of platform, just making sure nobody's holding close, keeping their options open. But once again, they're bomb in a passive position and they're just holding the default right now.
Oh, Smooth, yeah, straight through the smoke. Insta's going to drop. The follow-up nade's not going to connect, but Smooth's already done the damage. A clean entry.
That's nice from Smooya. Obviously, talked about him being quite an important player for this team, a playmaker. Now he's going to come back to Chicken Coop. One of the most pivotal points on this map for an AWPer. And he's actually chosen the right position here because they are going to be heading into B. 50 seconds and the clock slowly making its way down as well. Console peeks out, actually shoulder peeks him as well, but Smooya gets the kill anyway, not before losing a teammate, and this could be a problem for Epsilon.
There's a support from Surreal as well in the corner. He's being tagged away by that supporting AWP. Rixo's going to find just the one, but Smooya's, 4 kills for Smooya. That was outstanding. Right in Chicken Coop, dodging and weaving for all 4 frags. And he's already breaking away from the pack. 9-4 for Smooya. Is Epsilon, they're definitely not dead in the water this game.
Yeah, that was really nice. Smooya obviously recognizing that, you know, okay, it's probably going to be a B here since the noise there. We've got some info towards A. And oh my god, again, just this aggression. You were talking about how he's a very good aggressive AWPer, finding picks in positions where you shouldn't really be allowed to find picks. And once again, repositioning here. Smooya missing a shot. And he finds it.
Not even darting back either. Smooya's just wanted to go for kill after kill. Finally going down to ANJ, spraying through the wood, but he's the only casualty the AWP's picked up. It doesn't really matter all too much. Zach going to be able to pick up the pieces there. 4 rounds for Epsilon, and that round was all Smooya. Once again, that's 5 kills in a pair of rounds for him. And this CT AWP really, like the CT defense definitely is predicated on the fact of this AWP getting entry frags and now tricked to back to these ecos.
Yeah. Once again here, Smooya actually towards the middle again. He's found picks here from time to time again. You can see they've got nobody towards A now, and I think for that reason, because they're constantly losing battles towards there. But, you know, once again, you could keep an eye on Smooya and where he goes. He seems to have a very, very good idea of where to play, but Push is coming out here. Surreal's going to come on down, but they actually traded out.
Robin with the Molotov place. Oh, and he's going to dart straight through it. Catches Rixo reloading. And Jenko's going to be able to rattle down the other 2. And this looks all too easy for Epsilon now. They're seemingly confident on this CT side. You can see that they're playing quite a relaxed style of Counter-Strike. I really do like their play on Cobblestone. It's one of the maps that they managed to take Na'Vi very close on. A 16-14, I think a 16-11 win on this map against Na'Vi as well. Epsilon are definitely not slouchers when it comes to their Cobble.
Definitely, and, you know, obviously talking about the T side on Cobble, getting, you know, 5 or 6, 7 rounds on Cobblestone may even be enough, especially for a team who pick the map and, you know, they understand the map and they like playing it. Once again, there's Smooya towards long, but it's actually going to be Sack getting the first kill. Traded out, though. Now we're in a 4v4. ANJ, oh my goodness, kills coming out everywhere.
That was a beautiful, clean, crisp headshot from Jenko there. As he jumps up, whack-a-mole style, to try and find a little bit of extra information. Console is sneaking onto plat as well, but with the smoke place, that kind of cuts out the information. Robin taking some preemptive shots through the smoke, but with Console peeking it, it's Robin to take his face off. And Rixo going to get traded out. So 6-6, Epsilon managing to close up the scoreline.
I genuinely don't think Epsilon have changed much about how they're playing this. I think Tricked are just trying to, basically losing their footing here. They're getting flustered. They realize that, you know, they can't counter Smooya's ult play, and they just keep running into B, and they've got such a good setup, Epsilon, towards the B bomb site. It worked once for Tricked, but, you know, it's not worked out after that. So I think they need to reconsider what they're doing, and they need to find a way to try and counter Smooya. Once again here, heading into B. Once again, a similar setup for Epsilon as well. You got 2 players on the site there, just Surreal towards Chicken Coop, and Jenko, who's been really good in this position as well. But this time they're actually playing it slow, and here comes a push here. Jenko he spots the players out. He's getting support. There it is. The opening kills come out for Trick. This could be the round.
And Smooya's unable to connect through the smoke either, so Robin's sole Molotov kill is in fact the only one. Smooya gets his face blown clean off, and Sack is stuck in connector once again in a 1 versus 4. This has all fallen apart. He is going to just try and grab salvage the AWP. Not going to be able to find any kills with it. Instead, just rattling, scuttling away. And Tricked here. Have the B site completely locked down and a 7th round with it.
Yeah, that was pretty nice from Trick. That was just basically based on the timing there, because Genko wasn't really expecting them to have 3 players already out plat, because they've been quite I don't think vocal's the right word, but sort of they've been announcing their presence quite a lot at platform with the flashes and the smokes and the grenades. This time they didn't throw any of those, and they just had basically hid behind the smoke and sneaked 3 players up towards plat. As Genko peeks out, he's got 3 players looking at him, so that was nicely done from Trick. They realized that, okay, whenever we throw smokes out and go for a full execute, they just basically know we're coming, and they've got their aim trained on us. But yeah, quite nice little thing there from Trick to do, and if they can keep that up here, might be able to get a couple more rounds on the board. And I think they might need a 9-6 at this point, because I feel like Epsilon's T side is going to be pretty strong.
You know how I describe it?
How?
Vocal. I like that.
I said it. I was like, yeah, I
like it. I wouldn't have backtracked it. I would have I would have doubled down.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense. It's not quite easy to understand, being quite vocal about their presence, but yeah. But it just makes you think that they brought it in chat. It's like, okay, we're coming B. I was like, oh, they're being quite vocal about it.
Poet. Yeah, I love it. I do like it.
Anyway,
not being too vocal this time, though. A very quiet approach. Not really making all too much noise at all. Not announcing any presence. Is a couple of smokes. Going to be a little bit of a rattle, but insta-lucky, both off towards the A site. They're wanting to create a stir, a bit of a distraction, before they make this final push and onslaught onto the B site. There's Lucky even finding a kill. That's the ultimate distraction there. They're going to be able to lightly run this fake, but nice Surreal. They walk into his AWP. This is the first, and this is going to really announce their presence on the B site, not allow them in.
Yeah, this could be a problem here. Surreal, if ANJ gets close to him, it might be able to get the kill on him here, but they're actually watching the cross here, but now he knows that Surreal's there. Surreal still can't find another one. Smooya, though, does find one. Genko now in this corner. He's got a good angle. Lucky. Oh, the long-range gunfight there is going to work out for him. Robin's going to be over his shoulder to protect him as well. That is a nice hold, and, they weren't expecting the double up. I think they, got killed by the up. It's like, oh, that's Smooya there. And they realized it was Surreal, and then they had to deal with Smooya as well. So, nicely done there from Epsilon. Nice hold. And now it puts Tricked in a very tough situation on this last round here. CZ, Galil, limited utility as well. And, this is quite a crucial round for them.
8-7, who's going to take the slight lead in this half. Likely Trick to encroaching onto this B bomb site. Taking this one very slow this time. ANJ leading the charge with the AK-47. The bomb very, very close to him. They're going to have to spot out this first man chicken coop. There goes a Molotov as well to force him out. The CZ's unable to do anything, and now Surreal, given a little bit of space, can't hit the shot.
This is a very, very nice push from Trick there, covering all the angles. Just going to be Smooya left and talk about how much of a star player he is. Is he going to expect Instant to be so close? He's not going to. Smooya there, 14-7, but unfortunately not going to be able to do the job in the last round there. 8-7 for Tricked. And obviously, we talked about the 2-star players in this matchup. You got Smooya, ANJ, both neck and neck right now, 14-7. This is a very, very close matchup. Obviously, it is Epsilon's pick, but I think these teams are quite evenly matched. I don't think the map picks are going to play too much into it. But it is T-side for Epsilon as well on their map pick. See what they're able to do here. They've got 4 sets of armor and smoke 2 flashes, and you've got a kit and 2 flashes on the other side.
This pistol rank could mean so much as well, just after how tightly packed they are. This, well, the first and opening half of this series, holding back with the USPs, not really forcing the issue too much. Smooya running distraction with a Glock out back, and he hasn't actually been spotted out just yet, so he might find the back of console before this comes in. Yeah, he does, long distance. Smooya, misses the shots as well. This actually levels up the playing field, but he hits a follow-up headshot, and they have this A site, kind of saving the day right there, but they're still not out of the woods just yet. There's Smooya with the only kill he's found so far, but he's been able to salvage the A site single-handedly. He doesn't know that Rixo's up here, though. How's he going to be able to find this kill onto ANJ? Well, he just manages it, taps him away. And it's all Smooya! Recovers perfectly, back with the USP, going to get his face blown off by Lucky. But he's stuck in no man's land in a 1 versus 3. And this is such an impossible situation. Robin's going to be able to rip his brains out, and that's Epsilon closing up the scoreline. Such a crucial pistol round
I really didn't like that pistol round. I'll tell you why. You have Smooya sneaking all the way around, which is a good start, obviously. But the problem with that is that he calls out, okay, so A is basically clear, and Epsilon run into that. I think it was Insta who was sort of bottom mid, by the underpass area, and they just run into him. If he was able to get one kill and back off, that would have been a huge problem. And the thing with that is that when you got one player just sneaking his way up, Jenko, okay, through the smoke, taking down A and J. But yeah, Epsilon, it was just all Smooya there, just showing why he's a star player, just completely shutting people down and shooting heads, what he's known for. And now it's going to be tricked on a bit of a semi-force here. Got the Deagles and the CZs, see what they're able to do. Surreal should be able to find this kill. We've got a 5v3.
That smoke down as well isn't really going to mean too much. Insta from behind only finds the one, traded straight back out. The MAC-10 able to sideswipe Rixo, just lucky left. And he's got a CZ to use and utilize on the B site. Jenko's going to swing into him, find him. That's 9 to 8. Likely going to be double digits for Epsilon here, as Trick still can't afford a buy. Going to be electing to go for one in the 4th. Minimal investment in this 18th round.
Yeah, not going to be able to get much here as well. They're not looking too good. But Rixo's going to be able to get that AWP in the next round, which is the most important point, I think, to make. Smooya, though, is he going to stick with the AK? He might want to do that. He would be able to afford an up next if he drops it to a teammate. Anyway, mid-push coming through right now. Robin's going to get the first kill. The MAC-10 is the only thing that's lost. As long as Smooya can trade it, shouldn't be a problem, and that's what happens. And he's in a good spot to deal with these last ones. They do overwhelm him, and that's an AK down. But in the meantime, they've lost the B bomb site, and you can see Console trying to make up for it there, or Surreal rather, and this actually could cost them as well. Console coming around with a MAC-10, wins the gunfight. What is happening in this round? It's all down to Sack in a 1v2.
They're going to have to wrap in. He's right round this corner. Could level them both up here. He's going to have to hit a double spray down. Flash over. There's the first and the second. Perfect from Zach.
Oh dear, that round got way too close to comfort there. That was sloppy by Epsilon, giving up so many kills they didn't need to. Didn't need to chase those kills on the other side. And now that their money's, like, it could have been a lot stronger here. They had the MAC-10s, got a few kills with them, but you can see Smooya goes down to 700. And you got a few players who are a bit low on cash. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, but because of those kills that the Trick were able to get, they're able to get a pretty decent buy considering they did force. And you've got an AWP, and you've got a lot of utility as well, but keep an eye on these AWPers as well. Rixo versus Smooya may be one of the main stories to tell in this game. You can see Smooya on the other side this time trying to get a kill towards long. Not going to be able to find it, and Rixo's just going to be holding down mid, so we could be seeing that AWP battle fairly soon.
James puts in chat, UKCS not doing too bad at the moment with Epsilon and Wind of Fire. Does anybody think that team has potential to be a top 20 in the world? I certainly think Epsilon has potential to do that, and shots like that. Jenko rips one's head off. Oh, there's the follow-up. Jenko, that was beautiful.
Very nicely done by Jenko, and now that gives Epsilon a lot more room to work with. You can see Trick getting desperate, trying to push out the angles, trying to trade the frags and get that advantage back, but it's not going to happen. It's just going to be all down to Rixo with the AWP, and he is in a 1v5, so he's got no chance in hell to do this one. He's going to try and maybe find a kill or two, try and do some damage, but he's going to be... Oh, he's turned around. Smooya's going to be able to spot him out, surely. Oh, misses the shot, and actually gets tagged as well. Rixo, what the hell, man?
Missing shots left, right, and centre. Whiff him.
I like how he misses the shot. Rixo turns around and nails him, but like hits him through the wall. That would have been so funny if Smooya died there.
My boy.
What, Rixo?
My boy Smooya.
Oh, your boy Smooya. Okay, that makes more sense. Anyway, gonna have to be an eco here for Trick. This is actually not a bad push here. They're actually overwhelming Robin, and there we go. That's an AK right there. And might be able to do some more damage now they've got him on advantage. So, you know, basically, if you're an eco and you've got a couple of upgraded pistols, overwhelming one AK and taking it off him is pretty worth it, to be honest. But I think they're going to try and go for more.
Robin's bomb, renamed to Kia Makia.
What?
Don't you know
what
that
was it
meme? I'm in mum's car. Brum, brum.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Alright, you said it so...
That's a great impression. I don't know what anybody's talking about. Get off my impression, you Kiani. That's a fantastic impression.
I thought you were just going to start shouting at me. He's like, get out my car, dude.
Get out my car. Get out.
And here comes the cleanup. It's a shooting gallery here for Surreal and Janko and Sak. Gonna be all down to
I'll say it, get out my car.
God damn it. God damn it. Anyway, Lucky is able to find that AK-47, so be able to save that into this round. Helps them out a little bit. And should be able to get an ult back onto Rixo as well. He gets it dropped over. Epsilon, though, have built their economy. You've got 3 players basically around 10k, so it's going to be quite hard for Trick to get back in this one. This is what we were talking about as well. Epsilon, they only needed a few rounds on that CT side. Over onto the T side, they're having a field day. But Rixo, there we go. He wins the ult battle. That's the battle we were talking about. Smooya goes down. This could be an opening, and if Rixo can keep it up, he can basically have a similar impact to Smooya in the last round. The push is coming out. Got a lot of work on their hand. Janko with the first frag, but it is traded.
That flash was so perfect. Janko's able to find the kill off the back of it. And now 2 versus 4. They're going to have to go big here. That Molotov falls quite far off the mark, and Lucky's able to... Oh, stay in this site! Sak, what a shot on the first! The second falls quite soon after, and now this gives Sak a slim glimmer of hope. 31 HP on him, and he is going to back off with a minute left and the bomb on his back. He's got so much utility to be able to utilize in this situation. Just switching up the angle to backtrack, and 50 seconds left. Nobody can hear him going for the flank here, and oh, that's a creative smoke in. That's just one of the standard smokes that you'd be throwing for a B execute, but it's a great fake, and it's... Is it going to hold Tricked onto this site, console? What is he thinking?
That could be a huge turning point in this clutch here. I think one of them probably would have rotated by now, but actually, look, you can see Rixo holding the cross, so I think he's kind of sniffed it out here, and if Sak tries to cross over, as long as Rixo can hit this shot, could be the round done. Is he going to expect it, though?
Here it comes.
There it is.
Bam! Boom!
Nicely done.
Gone.
Bish, bash,
evaporated.
Bash. Yeah, I mean, that was a nice idea, though. You got to give it to
Maybe
Sak,
he could have used the smoke on the cross.
He could have done, but then again, if you're taking that long to rotate, is it better to try and keep the CTs there, or basically head into A knowing that they're going to, know that you're there, essentially? Because after that much time, they would have definitely had Rixo there anyway. But nice heads-up play from Rixo, not taking the bait, not buying. And he is able to get that kill. Once again, though, Rixo towards middle. He's found some success here. He gets flashed off the position, though. And you've got Epsilon back into this default. Very B-heavy default. One player, once again, holding passive towards the bomb site, making some noise. And Sak's actually going to take a lot of damage. They're down to 11 HP, so that's not a good start. And they have obviously announced their presence here towards B. They're going to try and take drop here.
A lot of mind games in this second half. That's why I'm not a professional player. Plus, I'm trash.
Aren't we all?
Smooya is going to approach onto this smoke, going to be able to look over with the support of the Molotov, just checking this angle, going to want to clear it out before pushing onto the B site. They're not making much noise. But Epsilon is right here, ready to pull the trigger. There's the first Molotov in, and Jenko's been perfect with these headshots. A&J's able to line up 2, gets traded out. Console only good for 1, and this makes this a 2 versus 2. With the AWP missing, Surreal wanting to hold off this rotation. The nade is perfect from Rixo as he slam dunks it on towards the B site. Just Surreal left, and he's only got 20 seconds left as Insta wraps in around, caught with the bomb out. Surreal's gone, and that's 12 to 10. Trick finally making double digits.
It's unfortunate there. I mean, pretty good job from A&J to hide in that corner. That corner is very often overlooked. I think Pasha used to play that position quite a lot early on when BP went trash. But yeah, like you used to see that quite a lot from Pasha. And I mean, I don't know why people don't check that angle very often. They always check the corner.
Well, so did Pasha play there.
Hey, you can say what you want about VP. Pasha's been one of the most consistent players on the team. It's everyone else is shitting the bed. But yeah, I mean, that corner's so often overlooked. I don't know why. ANJ obviously showing you why, you know, it's such a powerful position. And if he didn't get those 2 kills, Epsilon probably would have been on 13-9 by now. But just goes to show you got to check your angles. Now, Epsilon back to standard default here. This time we've got 2 players towards A, so probably going to try and make a bit more noise towards this side of the map and keep the rotators on the A bomb site. Once again, just fighting for control and drop. And you're going to see this same smoke and Molotov is going to allow Epsilon to take control of it once again. Keeps their options open. That Molotov lands a bit short, I think. I think it was meant to go in the doorway there, but nonetheless, they should be able to take control of it.
There's a smoke placed locking console out. He's not able to see anything into drop, and he does pop a flash in, but it's not going to do anything. I'd have rather him maybe hold on to the flashbang. Only 40 seconds left in Epsilon. Where are they going to go? That bomb is held back, but looks like it wants to rotate over towards this B site where they've already made precious ground, and that's confirmed by Robin, Smooya, both rotating back to the B site. Tricked, held in this 3-2 composition with 2 players out towards the A site, and Jenko's unable to hit the headshot this time. ANJ's still forced back, and he finds 2 yet again. Oh, a 3rd from ANJ. That's perfect.
On the flank.
Exactly what he wanted to do, and with Insta behind, this bomb being dropped, is Insta going to be able to get there in time? The bomb goes down, and Insta actually gets spotted out. He needed to be quicker on that face. Epsilon find a 13th.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. Tricked had it there. The players on the B bomb site should have just given up the site and wait for Insta, because they had no idea he was flanking until the last second when they decided to actually watch it. But Insta heard them rotating off out of water and, you know, went behind them without making too much noise. So that would have been a perfect pinch if the players on the site would have just stayed alive there. It's so unfortunate. And now Tricked are in a tough spot here. Epsilon so close to taking the map and going 1-0 in the series so far. But it's going to be an eco here from Tricked. They're probably going to be giving it up and allowing Epsilon into 14 rounds. But that is so unfortunate the last round. Insta could have had it.
He had to be a little bit faster, take the initiative, go Smooya style into the B site, but didn't happen. And now we find ourselves in this pretty catastrophic situation where Tricked are only going to have a single buy round between them and defeat. Rixo backing off with a deagle.
Once again, Epsilon going for this constant smoke Molotov combination and drop allows them to fully take control of it, and that's been the problem here for Tricked. If you lose drop like that, it gives the T so many options to basically go where they want to, and you know, it keeps you guessing. You kind of have to stay on the site and play it super passive, and that's been basically the story on this T side. Epsilon just constantly taking control of drop, and you can counter that if you've got a really good drop player, but it doesn't seem like Tricked have established it as, you know, like an NBK basically, who, you know, just holds down drop and is very, very good at it. But nonetheless, it's going to be Epsilon taking this round fairly easily. Tricked not be able to find anything. Maybe able to find some exits here and there. Smooya's going to go hunting. ANJ spots him out. Can't land the shots just yet. Lucky's close by, but yeah, Epsilon should be able to nonetheless get a goodbye in the next round. And Tricked are going to have a tough time with this one, I think. And there we
There's
go.
a pause from Tricked, so a tactical one. They're able to take a couple of moments to compose themselves. They've got enough money to be able to go for this buy as well. Insta and console going to be able to have the M4 and armor. Maybe Lucky forced onto a Famas here. ANJ likewise, perhaps, if he wants to go for any utility. It's going to be a Mag 7 dropped over to console. Lucky seizing control of that M4A4. ANJ, what's he going to go for? I kind of want to see him on an M4 and body armor, and that's exactly what he's going to go for. He's on 20 frags, really leading the charge on this Tricked side.
He is, but obviously on the other side you've got Smooya, your boy, 23 and 12, really been showing why he's considered a star player. But they're going to be readying up here. It looks like the tactical timeout is done and dusted, but you can see the buy here. It's a bit janky. They've got Mag 7, you got the FAMAS on Insta as well. And the utility's pretty light on ANJ. He doesn't have any utility. Gets a decoy. I'll do the trick. But Epsilon, they're going to go with 5 AKs there. No AWP this time. I think they want to keep up the aggression. They've been playing pretty slow, and I think they're going to try and switch it up here to try and catch Tricked off guard, especially after a timeout. That could be a a good idea, but looks like they're just going to respect the smoke and play passive there. Rixo trying to go for the shot, and Robin sprays him through the door. And that is a great start for Epsilon, taking out the Opa.
Chases him down. There's a smoke out. I really don't want to see them elect to go drop zone if there's somebody pincered in there guarding it. That's Console with a Mag 7. Such a dangerous weapon to be facing, and you can see him right through this smoke. There's a Molotov dropped. How's Console going to deal with this situation? The smoke's dissipating, and he charges through. Console able to rattle off 2. A 2 versus 4 as Smooya tries to burst back onto A. He hasn't got any smoke for this cross either, so with no AWP to hold this one down. Oh, there is a smoke. I don't know who dropped that. Maybe it was Jenko, maybe it was picked up. Smooya's able to rattle off an AWP. And here come the CT defense now attack. Is Smooya just holding down this angle with an AWP of all weapons. This is exactly the weapon you want him to be utilizing. He's already found a kill this round, and he's just eagerly waiting for somebody to push this door. Trick taking it so slow, but they're all out of utility. You need to now go for the push, go for the frags. Where's Smooya here? Good flick. Where's the second? A&J approaching onto this site, and hey, Smooya's going to find him as well. A triple kill to bring the match point.
Well played from Smooya there. You know, he had the AK coming in, finds himself an op, and was like, oh, I like this weapon. This will probably work. And ends up taking out 3 of them. Very, very nicely done there. And yeah, I mean, you were saying that they didn't have smoke. I think Jenko had one, so that was basically the difference maker. If they couldn't have got across safely, Trick might have had that one. And now this buy is very, very shoddy. You've got Deagle, CZ, Mag 7, 2 CZs in fact, and an M4. A&J is going to get aggressive with the M4 there. The smoke drops. He's actually going to back off now. But, you know, Yakut's Law. See if it plays out in this one. You know, we talk about it time and time again. See if Trick actually picked this one up. I wouldn't be surprised, but it's going to be difficult regardless. I
mentioned Yakut's Law when I was casting in Los Angeles, and you know what my co-caster said? You know what DeBears said? He said, what? Who the hell's Yakut?
I think you told me that, yeah.
Yeah. That's such a good story. Robin finds 2. Chenko with the pair as well. Where's Console for this quad kill with a Mag 7 of all weapons?
2 players low. The Mag 7's got some like a surprising range, but yeah, this is a tall order even for any player essentially. But they've not pushed out just yet. And if he gets a kill or 2, that they still can back off as long as they don't drop the bomb. But he's actually getting into a good position. This could be a problem. You can see they're taking their time here. Oh, low HP on the first player. There's one. No way this is going to happen. There's no way. And you can see he's trying to back off there as well. Gets a bit aggressive. And now he's got 2 kills, and he has time to rotate. And there's only 30-something seconds left. This is actually possible.
Smooya takes a tag over. He's got 20 seconds left. They're going to have to get this bomb down over on the A site, but he's chasing down Smooya on the B site. Remember, this was a 1 versus 4. And Console's here for the 3rd. Smooya gets caught off guard. He's now got an AWP. This 1 versus 4, very, very doable. Knows where Tak is as well. And Tak, he's not exactly been the star fragger so far this game. Needs to finish this game off, though. As Console, 1 versus 4, AWP in hand, back onto the A site. He's going to take this angle and... Oh, he spots him out! Oh! There's the hip replacement for Tak. He gets the defuse, the 1 versus 4. Unbelievable!
You cannot deny the law of Yakut. It happens every time. Every time we cast. No matter what the situation is. One team gets to 15 and the other team wins it, like wins the round. That is unreal. And as soon as I saw them going towards Plat, and he had the Mag 7, I'm like, this is actually going to happen, isn't it? This is insane. And the thing is, Smooya actually played it quite smart, I'd say. I mean, I don't know, you know, if you could call that smart, but he actually went towards B to try and bait Console back, but then he just, you know, got caught with his knife out and he was able to do it. But what an insane clutch by Console. That keeps Trick in the game, and it's got a lot more interesting. Yeah, it literally keeps them in the game, but it's got a lot more interesting regardless.
Rixo doesn't spot that first man. Smooya's actually able to get close with the AK-47. Maybe not close enough. How's he going to be able to break into this site? Needs kind of a quick headshot to surprise this AWP, but Rixo's able to find it instead. Quickly traded out nonetheless. 4 versus 4.
And now Epsilon. Oh.
Yeah, they're waiting in this 3-1 configuration. It's Lucky back over to A, and Tricked look kind of uneasy on this one.
Yeah, 4v4 though, and you've they've got this weaponry, but as we saw last round, that could work out for them as well. Console with a Max 7, but Robin's going to get the opening kill towards A, and it's just going to be Lucky on the rotate so far. The other two players are on B. Lucky has so much to do, and so many players coming towards him here. He has to get more than one kill in this situation. Not even going to get a single one. Epsilon are looking to end it right here. Console comes through the smoke, takes one down, all down to ANJ. Now he has been playing very, very well, but this is surely too much to ask even for him.
Gonna need to be another huge clutch. Takes a spray down. Jenko's able to find it instead. And that is game, set, and match. 1-0 for Team Epsilon taking Cobblestone. It was obviously their map pick, but we kind of expected it. Yakut, any closing words on this first map?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of what we were expecting. A very close battle there. Fun CS and some really cool moments as well. Nice highlight plays. All you want for a CS match, basically. So, yeah, good game.
Well, remember, this is a best of 2, and Train is coming up right after this short break.
This is where legends are born. Welcome to Legend Series. Go to elcgaming.com for more information.
Hi, we're ELC Gaming, and we're looking forward to one of the greatest events we've ever had. The Ireland E-Stars will feature a tour with our esports truck, Big Betty, all the way through Ireland. We will start right here from our headquarters in Germany, where Big Betty will take 2 ferries to get to Ireland. The first from Rotterdam to Hull, then from Holyhead, which will take Betty directly to Dublin. From there, she will travel to 9 different locations in 9 weeks, where we'll visit the best football clubs in Ireland. But to do what exactly? To host one of the biggest League of Legends tournaments ever to be held in Ireland. Each of the 9 teams will be represented by 5 League of Legends players, and a 10th team will represent E-Star's head sponsor, 3. After 9 weeks of tough battle, the grand final will then find its winner live from the 3 Arena in Dublin. Check out our Facebook events or visit estars.pro for further information. This is 3 Ireland's E-Stars.
CSGO Legends Series is back and revamped with a brand new system never before seen in competitive esports. ELC Gaming is unveiling a brand new unique point system which takes a wide range of win conditions into account. From rank of opponent played, strength on T and CT side, and variety of maps played will all influence points accumulated. Teams earn cash every time they play, with rewards given, win or lose. All matches will be broadcast twice per week, live from the ELC Hamburg studios, home of big betting. An all-exclusive, all-inclusive $25,000 prize pool Legends Cup awaits, where the two European champions will face off against a team from the US and a team from China. This is where legends are born. Welcome to Legends Series. Go to elcgaming.com for more information.
I'm Squid CS. You're joining us from our Hamburg studios for the 5th season of Legends Series. Yes, the 5th season. We've been going quite a while. We're here for the second map of the day between Tricked and Epsilon of the first best of 2. We've obviously got another one coming up later. That's going to be between Pride and Kopfsacker. Pride making their first ever appearance here, finally fielding a roster in Kopfsacker with their second. So that will be coming up in just about an hour's time, just under an hour. But first, we've got Train, and they're starting to load into the server right now. I'm joined by Yakut Kiani for this one to bring you through all the action. How you doing, Yakut?
Pretty good. Good first map here, getting ready. Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, first map was what we were expecting, really. Epsilon taking their map pick, but also quite an exciting series as well. Back and forth, a lot of highlight players. Looking for more of the same here, but obviously this is going to be the pick of Tricked. So, you know, if it goes how we're expecting, Tricked going to narrowly take this one as well. But, you know, you never know. Epsilon are no slouches on this map whatsoever. And, of course, we've seen what Smooya is capable with that AWP. And on Train, you know, it's a pretty good map for an AWP.
Yeah, and Train is actually one of Epsilon's better maps. They've got a 55% T-sided win rate on Train, so definitely not bad on this one. And that's a map that you would often attribute to being better on the CT side. They play Train pretty commonly as that maybe second, third map in a series. It's that map that they don't pick, but their opponent they don't ban, so their opponents pick it, so they get to play it quite a bit because Trainers are actually quite a common map to be right in the middle of a lot of teams' map pools. But yeah, I definitely don't think Epsilon are very far underdogs to this one. And getting into the server now, we've got 7 out of 10 people, so we should be bringing you this action real soon.
Should be good. And of course,
Hi, we're ELC Gaming and we're looking forward to one of the greatest events we've ever had. The Ireland E-Stars will feature a tour with our esports truck, Big Betty, all the way through Ireland. We will start right here from our headquarters in Germany, where Big Betty will take 2 ferries to get to Ireland. The first from Rotterdam to Hull, then from Holyhead, which will take Betty directly to Dublin. From there, she will travel to 9 different locations in 9 weeks, where we'll visit the best football clubs in Ireland. But to do what exactly? To host one of the biggest League of Legends tournaments ever to be held in Ireland. Each of the 9 teams will be represented by 5 League of Legends players, and a 10th team will represent E-Star's head sponsor, 3. After 9 weeks of tough battle, the grand final will then find its winner live from the 3 Arena in Dublin. Check out our Facebook events or visit estars.pro for further.
Right, we're live in this knife round now. Obviously, I'm Squid CS. Joining me, Yakut Kiani, for this one. The knife round on Train, Yakut. How big do you reckon this one is?
I definitely think it's more important than the Cobble one. You want to try and get that CT side start. But you know, Epsilon, you said that their T-side win rate is pretty high. See if they actually might want to go for the T-side as well. I mean, you see a lot of unorthodox. Not. Yeah, probably not. But you see a lot of unorthodox picks like that if teams know that they're better on one side, but they're going to stay. So Epsilon on the CT side.
Yeah, I like that. I don't like the fact that a team would go for the T side, especially on a map like Train, where it's just so locked down and lockout.
Yeah. Anyway. Pistol round underway here. You've got a smoke and 2 flashes for Console. And on the other side, you've got a smoke and a kit on Surreal. And they're actually going to be heading towards B. Looks like it may be a fast play. Breaking the windows towards A as well, just to keep the CTs guessing. And they're actually going to hold back a little bit, make sure that smoke gets down. And here comes a push. Lucky's going to be the first one out. Jenko on top of the back train there. Smooya's here for support. And the rotation's actually really quick. And there's Smooya. That's the bomb as well. This could be a problem.
Yeah, he's going to have to finish. Oh, and he is going to finish off a second man. Console drops. Now ANJ and Insta, they are locked out towards the A site. They've got this site, but they've not got any bombs, so it's going to be very, very difficult, and especially with Smooya hitting these headshots. 1 after 1, 3 drop, and ANJ might be next in line. Going to slow peek into Smooya. You got to have balls of steel to take aim duels against this man. I wouldn't want my head being anywhere near Smooya. They're going to move into ANJ here, who's just dodging into these headshots. There's one from him. Oh, it's Smooya! Absolutely executes him. What a quad kill to start us off.
Beautifully done there from Smooya. He's going to get the 4K. And, keep talking about him as a star player, and he just keeps proving it time and time again. But we're going to need to see some of the other players step up on this team if we're going to have, them have a chance to take this map off of Trick, because obviously this is their pick. But see what's possible. They're going to get 2 M4s here. And they're going to have 2 SMGs. Sorry, 3 M4s and 2 SMGs. On the other side, not going to fully force onto this one. Trick, I think they're going to make sure that they get full utility on that first buy round. And you can see Smooya getting hungry here. Insta low HP is going to go down. That's the bomb as well. So Trick, if there are any plans to get the bomb down, that might be a bit of an issue now.
Smooya's dropped the bomb in both of these rounds consecutively. Surreal gives away the shadow, but no frag. As these deagles, we all know how dangerous they are. Smooya's already fallen. Foul twin, there's Jenko as well dropping. Zach taking damage, and these deagles, these pistols doing a lot of damage so far, but this bomb's still down, and they've got to peek into players like Robin, who's able to rip the head off one. That's console gone, just A&J and Lucky left with a pair of deagles.
Yeah, I mean, if that bomb wasn't down, oh, even with the bomb down as well, Lucky getting another shot with a deagle. This is very expensive, and that's the problem with the bomb down as well. It makes Epsilon think, oh, we need to get aggressive, and they're actually closing the gap here and allowing Trick to be close range with the pistols. You can see they're trying to back off a little bit here. They've wasted enough time with that smoke. When that smoke clears, Trick aren't going to have that much time to get the bomb and do much with it. You can see Surreal actually watching the back as well. He's constantly worried about a flank, but both players are there. Sack in a bit of an issue, a bit of a problem there with low HP, but it doesn't matter. Surreal is there to support him. And there we go. Very, very costly round for Epsilon, so you have to give it to Trick there. They didn't invest much into it, and were able to take down 4 players, or 3 players actually, in the end. So good job from Trick.
Smooya's going to go for minimal investment, so he can possibly afford this AWP in the follow-up round. You obviously want to get the AWP out onto Smooya as quickly as possible, especially on a map like Train, where it kind of lends itself to even double AWP setups. And I think the Epsilon could be going for that at some point if Trick to get complacent at any point. The pistols wrapping around the B site. The objective of this one is just to get a bomb down. But they're going to have to charge into Robin here, who finds headshot after headshot. He's just tapping them away. Here's the pistol out as well. Robin mows them down. Jenko finishes them off.
Pretty straightforward anti-eco there from Epsilon. Basically what you want at this point. Just make sure they can't get anything else after that last round. It was very expensive for Epsilon. They need to minimize casualties in the next one. That's exactly what they did. Now Tricked are going to be able to buy into this one, as we were saying, because they didn't fully invest. They're going to be able to get full utility. They've got a Galil on console, who's one of the players who did upgrade on that second round, so he's going to be going to have a bit of a weaker weapon, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. As you can see, they're trying their best to get control of Ivy here. That Molotov is going to slow them down a little bit. Smooya there, making it more difficult for them to do something. But the interesting thing of this round is Rixon has an up and Smooya doesn't, so see how much of an impact that makes. And you can see Sack is going to be around the angle where... Oh, there it is, the timing! He hears the shot, takes down Sack, and that's the opening that Trick needed.
I'm actually disappointed that Smooya didn't drop away the M4 in favour of picking up an AWP. He had enough money to do exactly that. And now Tricked, they've got everything to work for in this round, looking for a 3-1 scoreline here. Saria's up close, though. This bomb is pretty close as well. And as that bomb and smoke fades, Tricked are going to wrap around into Pop Dog. Surreal has this backtrack, though. This is going to be the difference maker. When's A&J going to spot the man up top left? It's Smooya to only find one. A&J finally takes him out, but Jenko from the back line, is he going to be the difference maker? A&J gone. Now he needs to do some extra damage, but he's only got an MP9. This is why I wanted him to have an M4. That could have been so devastating, but the sting taken out of Epsilon's tail, the bomb goes down, and a 3 versus 1. Jenko needs a fast frag here to maybe capitalize.
I would have liked to see some trigger discipline. I would like to see some trigger discipline from him there, actually, because he didn't. The first player didn't spot him out, so could have been able to find more. But it was a tall order anyway. It was a 1v4 with an MP9, so can't really blame him too much for that. I think he was going to try and get an exit frag and try and get a weapon away, because an MP9 isn't the ideal weapon to take away. But he's going to be moving his way in. Shouldn't be able to do anything here. He does have a kit, but there's quite a few players close by, and there it is. Gets shot in the back. Tricked will be able to find their first round. 3-1 here, and Epsilon still have enough to invest, get themselves a decent buy. So if they win this next round, Tricked are not going to be doing too well in terms of the economy. So an opportunity here for Epsilon to shut down Tricked early.
Smooya's got that AWP. Everybody else likewise on rifles. Rixo's got the AWP as well on the T side. So looking for this opening over towards Ivy. Oh, and it's Lucky to breach in first. There's a headshot. And Rixo, oh, through the smoke once again, almost found Sack. That would have been devastating to hit that shot 2 rounds in a row.
That would have been nuts. But now Tricked have the man advantage, and that becomes a bit of an issue. Epsilon have to try and get aggressive somewhere, and you can see Jenko's here trying to get some information towards B, trying to spot something out, but can't see anything just yet. And Epsilon are playing a bit too passive for my liking here, but they have got a double stack in Pop Dog here, which is quite interesting. You don't really expect two players to be in this position, so if they take one down, they could be able to trade it, but nonetheless, Trick still have a man advantage, and you can see they're taking their sweet time. They don't have to do anything here. They've got the man advantage, just need to make sure Epsilon can't get anything going and, you know, see if they make a mistake or something. But actually letting the timer run down quite a bit here, down to 40 seconds, and you can see Epsilon getting a bit antsy here, moving positions here, and they're going to rotate one back towards the B site. So I think Trick should have this one, and it looks like they might want to head towards A, because that bomb's behind T-Con there.
The Molotov actually missed its mark. That one's actually meant to be slightly deeper. Nevertheless, catches Surreal out. Oh, there's a headshot. A&J straight into A. Both headshots for him. Lucky's going to be able to find another one, and this is the beautiful T side of Tricked. Really coming alive here. Just Jenko left. Going to possibly be able to save this M4. Going to be sent scuttling towards CT spawn.
And there we go. Tricked getting 2 rounds in a row. It's going to put Epsilon on an eco, unless they decide to force around the M4, which I hope they don't do. But nonetheless, Tricked getting that opening frag, and Epsilon didn't get aggressive after losing the initial one. They just kind of sat back, and, you know, at that point you're setting yourself up for failure, because you've got 5 people running onto one bomb site when you're down a man, so it's not going to work out. I would have liked to see Epsilon maybe double push into T-Con, you know, something like that, maybe push into B holes or something, get some information, which is what you need to kind of do when you're on when you have a man down. But Tricked are going to be able to get it. They have 4 players surviving as well. They're going to take that AWP into the next round. Plenty of money to keep going. On the other hand, Epsilon don't have much whatsoever. They should eco on this one, and then basically put Jenko on in a position where he can make some impact. But Trick should be able to tie things up here, and they're showing why they picked this map. Their T side on the buy rounds has been pretty impressive.
Smooya's here with just a USP. The flash is pretty good to force A&J off that angle, but there's a Molotov dropped. Going to force Smooya out of position. Looking to take more passive angles on this A site. Very, very low is Lucky, but likely just going to back off here. Jenko does find one, but not a very exciting round. Epsilon falling to pieces on the A site. That M4 not going to be picked up, instead just resorting to stick with the AKs. Rixo still with the AWP. Tricked looking pretty damn good on this T side so far, racking up 3 in a row.
Yeah, they are indeed. But we've got Smooya finally on that AWP, so this could be the difference maker here. The rest of the players limited on utility. Fairly weak by considering, but now we're going to be able to get that AWP onto Smooya, which could be difference maker. Got control of Pop Dog on the Tricked side though, so that's definitely a good place to start. But Smooya, you can see, went up towards B, try and get a pick. He's going to reposition himself, constantly does this. He's very, very good at being a dynamic player in terms of the positions that he holds, and he's going to go back towards A here. But Tricked not showing their hand just yet, just holding this default and just waiting to see what this round brings them.
Hopefully an opening frag from Smooya. He's not had the opportunity to get aggressive. Sometimes you just get a little unlucky on the spawns, and Smooya not going for any of those aggro picks like he was on Cobblestone. That was one of the really successful things Epsilon did to get them into their CT side, which more or less was actually quite weak. I was more impressed about their T side on Cobble, which on train can sometimes be quite difficult to get rocking and rolling. Right onto B here. They need to pour into Jenko. Support from Robin there as they take 2, but Robin goes for an overpeak, gets his head torn off. And there's Console, A&J likewise finding 2, but the overpeaks from Epsilon, the left, right, and center, and Rixo misses a big opportunity with the AWP. Needs to back off, needs to find a shot. It's Console instead to find a headshot, but 1 HP. Rixo manages the first. Zach is all in no man's land, and Rixo on top of the train can look left and right, spots out the shadow, and there's the flick! A headshot! Zach gone! And Tricked, 1 HP, 1v2. It's all Rixo.
That was insane. 1 HP trapped behind the bomb train there. Nowhere to go. Gets the shot onto Smooya and just completely outplays the last player. That was beautifully done from Rixo. And, you know, gonna have to keep an eye on him as well. Been talking about Smooya and his hoping here because he's more flashy, more of an aggressive player. But Rixo is a rock, and he's showing us how, you know, he can make those rounds, those impossible rounds, make him possible. Very, very nicely done from him, and that's going to put Tricked in a great position here now. Epsilon broken once again here, a bit of a half force here. Deagle's a CZ onto Surreal, but Tricked are showing us that they've come to play on train.
Epsilon back on pistols, just one CZ for Deagles for them. Robin, Surreal with Kevlar, nobody else with anything to talk of, not a single piece of utility between the 5 and Tricked. They're going to be taking this one slow.
See what Epsilon decide to do with these pistols here. Just playing close angles here. You got Sack, who's actually pushed up past Ivy, so he's going to be able to give some information here, but Smokes are going to be able to come out onto the bomb site. Robin in a good position, long range with the Deagle. See if he can actually find some. There's Smooya with the Deagle. He showed it on the previous map as well. Robin's got a good angle as well. Takes down Insta. This could be absolutely brutal for Tricked.
Oh, Surreal's behind them as well. Pops through the smoke. There's a first. AK's in hand, and he's just dodging and weaving away from ANJ, who kind of hit the shots, finally capitalizing 2 versus 2. But Jenko from behind. Tap, tap, tap! Gone! It's Console. Blown away, and just ANJ left. He's already found 2, needs 4. That smoke is perfect, but he needs to deal with Robin, who's stuck on this site, and he blows him away. 4-4 now as Epsilon just strikes straight back.
Yeah, he was absolutely screwed there. He had absolutely no time. It was 3 seconds on the clock when he died, so he had to go for it, and I would have even killed him after time. That would have helped him out massively. He wouldn't have had much into this round, but
that's actually something that too many players don't do, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. There's very few teams that actually consider that. Sometimes, you know, you don't want to overdo it, because especially at the high level CS, you know, players can make it work even with a few seconds left. You know, we've seen it time and time again. But, you know, yeah, that's definitely a quite crucial thing in CS. You know, it's a mechanic that can really change the game when a T player dies after time and has no money into the next one. Nonetheless, Epsilon, they've got themselves a good buy here as well. So you're back on the AWP. They need to get back in this game. They've got a saving grace there. They have, you know, have a lifeline with the eco win. See if they can keep it up here. Robin boosted up on top of the connector box there, and it looks like once again Tricked want to try and go for an A split here. They've got the bomb towards Ivy, but really nice setup from Epsilon here. Basically, essentially 4 players towards A.
And this is exactly what you want. When you're trusting your B player, your flamey, so to say, on that B site, somebody who's so stable at getting those, like, 2 or 3 kills, standardly. That's kind of what we want from Jenko here. We want the double or triple, but Tricked are going to resort and elect to go towards the A site. Lucky here, being flashed, mollied, but doesn't really mind. They're going to have to push into Zach, who's got this advanced, engaged angle. And with only 20 seconds left, they now know it's going to be an A push. Robin's going to go for the re-rotation back. Surreal with a great double there. Front of the A site. Rixo going to flick away one. Has connector under control. It's Rixo again to blast one back, and just Jenko left. Oh, and Rico spots him out. Great triple kill from him.
How did Trick pull that round back? That was insane. There was not much time left on the clock. Epsilon had a stack on the A bomb site essentially, and Console just accidentally button a Gev. That is unfortunate.
Not an accident. Not an accident, boys.
Gev OP, Volvo plus nerf. But yeah, I mean, that round was all Rixo, as you said it. You know, Surreal got a 2K in a beautiful position by Ebox, and still Tricked managed to bring it back just off the back of Rixo. The AWP player making an impact already on the T side here, and Tricked 5-4. Epsilon going for a weird force here, and actually gonna get a nice angle onto Console, down to 10 HP already, so that's a good start for Epsilon, and they've got control of brown holes.
The Negev is actually a next level mind game. He knows that if the CT's go into T spawn, find the Negev. It's worse than the CZ, so they'll switch to it and be even worse.
Yeah, true. That's a crazy mind game. I can't remember what match it was, but on I think it was VP or something on this map. It was a crucial game, like a final or something, and they threw away an AK in spawn, and Flusher found it on an eco and completely like destroyed them, and they won the game. I can't remember.
VP, of course.
I think it was VP. It might not have been, but it was something like that.
The best VP one is where Pasha doesn't buy the kit, and then he leads it at like championship point and loses a tournament because of the lack of the defuse.
Yeah, that was another one. And like he made a post about
Dubai, it. I think maybe.
I think so. Yeah, Dubai. He made a post about it saying don't be loser, like buying diffuser like right after it. Anyway, Epsilon actually doing a decent amount of work in this one. Surreal's down to 1 HP, but we've actually got a couple of kills on this weird buy. But Surreal down to 1 HP can't do anything. He's going to go down tricked 6-4. And now Epsilon put all the eggs into one basket with that round here. Once again, they're going to have to eco here. Tricked should be able to get themselves a comfortable lead. Extend their lead even further.
Making themselves a nice omelette with all those basketed eggs.
I'm getting hungry now.
I had a beautiful burger earlier. Double burger, double meat.
Guess what? Guess what I made?
A curry.
Just guess. Yeah, I actually did. That's racist. How dare you?
Of course, your Kiani made a curry. It's like that's like a children's book, right?
Yeah, I'm getting really good at them though. My dad like taught me while I was home and like gave me his like secret spice mix, and I've been yeah, and it honestly,
Daddy Kiani's secret spices.
Yeah, honestly, he's like he has a secret spice. He's never ever told me about it. Never given me the recipe. Never ever given me. And I've begged him, and he finally gave me like a huge tub of this like spice mix. I don't know what's in it, but it's great.
Are you kidding? He won't even tell his own son. That will be his like that on his deathbed. That's what he'll pass over to you. He'll pass over great knowledge, as bleak as that is.
Yeah, honestly, I honestly could see that happen. Anyway, Surreal caught out in the open, still managed to get a kill though, and but it's all tricked here as ANJ gets 2, Rixo gets 1, and yeah, this is a complete shutdown. What a round from Trick! You'd think that was an eco from Epsilon. That was a full buy, deleted.
And it's Jenko again, the sole B player, quite a few times in a row. This is going to be 8-4. Time for some more Curry talk. He's done a lot of damage though.
Yeah, Curry's do tend to do a lot of damage, especially at, you know, the night.
to any part of the body that they do a certain amount of damage to.
Well, they don't call it the Ring of Fire for nothing.
I was actually talking about the mouth.
Oh, okay.
Get your head out the gutter, you Kiani. Head out the gutter.
Head out the toilet. Anyway, 8-4 for Tricked. This is getting pretty desperate for Epsilon here. They need to.
It's getting pretty desperate on the caster desk.
Yeah, it is getting pretty desperate here as well. Talking about Curry and stuff. That always happens when we talk or when we cast stuff. It's always something to do with race, something sensitive, like the Poland incident. Let's not talk about that again. That VOD is still on YouTube somewhere, and like sometimes I show my friends like stuff I've casted, and like I think one of them I went on it, and it starts right at that point. I'm not going to talk about it, but right, you know what point I'm talking about.
That's great. Or I get death threats.
You just pissed off the entire. Luckily, I knew a bit of Polish, so like funny things in Polish, so I calmed the chat down a little bit, but they were.
I know a bit of Polish.
Kurwa. Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. That's university. Anyway,
it's actually not fine.
Yeah. I mean, most Polish people they use it like we use the F word, like they just put it in everything. Like it's not really like a directed. Yeah, that one. Anyway, Epsilon got the pistols out, and you know, the last round they did this, they actually were able to win the round. So see if they're able to do something similar. Robin gets caught in no man's land, gets his head taken off. Rixo once again continues his form, takes down Smooya as well. ANJ again. There it is. Lucky. Individual players all finding separate kills. This is really good for Trick. Firing on all cylinders. Really cohesive play coming out from the Danish side. It's going to be all down to Jenko once again, the B player. Doesn't it suck being a B player sometimes on the CT side? Just always rotating.
Yeah, especially on Inferno, I find
Yeah.
that because the A site often goes down and I'm really bad at re-engaging in the A site of Inferno, it feels like one of the harder maps to play as a B site
Yeah.
player or an A site player, because I find Inferno retakes are just horrifically difficult. And yeah,
They definitely
Jenko
are.
does only find the one. A&J with a triple kill. Very clean round. 3 great headshots to push him over the 20 kill mark. What is this, Yaku? 20 kills already.
A&J is having a field day. And, you know, Rixo's been getting some highlight plays as well, but A&J's been pretty solid. You know, he's not been getting too many flashy highlight plays, but he's, you know, pretty much every round he's getting crucial kills, keeping his form consistent. That's what you want to
A&J's
see from a player
enemies,
like
KIA, MIA, CBA, TBH.
Jesus Christ, man. JFC. Anyway, I'm going to see some control once again towards Ivy. Double up on
What's
Epsilon
that
now.
one?
Oh,
John
it
F.
was,
Kennedy?
Oh, screw ya.
That's Chasey. 1-to-1 trade there. Smooya does go down. He does find a kill in the meantime, though. So a 4 versus 4 as Trick want to re-engage in towards B. Maybe Jenko's going to get a bit of action here. But the bomb is over towards the other side of the map. Need to rotate over on the back of Lucky. And maybe they'll be holding off from pulling the trigger for another 20 or so seconds. Rixo here holding with the AWP. Nobody going to peek or push him, so Epsilon not making any mistakes. But now they're about to engage with the bomb. Oh, soon to come, and Jenko takes it right in the face. He is having a hard time this game. Zach gonna fall back. Smooya typing in caps in chat. And Epsilon been absolutely torn apart.
I don't know why Surreal wasn't playing on B with the AWP, because if you have an AWP towards Ivy, you know, which was Smooya in this case, you know, if you look at the B site, you know, if you put an AWP on the back of B site, you know, it becomes very, very difficult for the T side to actually take control because they've got to deal with the AWP. I'm surprised Surreal was actually, you know, rotating through connector. I would have liked to see him at the back of the B site. And that's what you usually do with a double AWP. You put one on B, put one towards A. But Epsilon decide not to do that, and they're going to lose a round. They will be able to take this up, actually take both ups into the next round, so going to see the double up setup return in the next round. But the round loss bonus should allow them to get somewhat of a bye. It's going to be a weak one if they do decide to go for it, but with 2 ups, you might as well.
Yeah, last round of the half.
Oh, wait, it's the last round anyway. Yeah, it's the last round anyway.
No problem. That curry talk's really disorientated the desk.
Definitely.
Not to mention the people casting behind it.
Do you get good curries in Germany?
No, they're terrible. Some of the worst in
dude,
Europe.
Oh, Rixo getting
Rixo.
aggressive there. Actually gets the tag onto Jenko. Jenko's counting his lucky stars right now. He's still alive as the smoke saves him as well. Surreal now on the B bomb site. It's what you like to see, but unfortunately for him, it looks like it is going to be an A push here. Robin's going to have a lot of players coming his way once this smoke clears, and he's getting aggressive. Getting a very pushed up angle here. And they're actually looking like they want to split on towards A, so this could be very, very dangerous for Epsilon.
Holding outside. Is Trick taking this very slow? This has been a picture-perfect T side for Trick so far. And they need to peek into Smooya, who has been the only shining star on this CT side so far. And that's exactly why. Nails a headshot, falls into a secondary position, ready for the secondary peek. Tricked. Just holding back off the push towards A. Oh, Robin's getting really aggressive. Here's that flash in, and oh, gets the double spray down. Both headshots, clatters faces. And now it's all down to the AWP, the rotation, and oh, there's a headshot. Surreal, Smooya. The S's. Finishes off the half with a 5-10 scoreline.
There we go. Epsilon finally waking up.
Good half.
Making sure he gets the message across there. But yeah, very, very good last round from Epsilon. They're finally waking up towards the end. But you know, aside from that, pretty problematic CT side from Epsilon. Trick constantly just keeping up the pressure and, you know, dealing with the CT setup fairly easily. You know, it was the A setup that was definitely weak because it was just constantly A pushing. They didn't even push B that often. I think it was a couple of buy rounds they actually went there. Anyway, utility heavy pistol round here from Epsilon. You've got a Molotov and a smoke on Robin, 2 flashes and a molly. This is aggressive play from the CT side. Could work out. 2 kills come in their favor. Even trades though, and Console's on 10 HP. So this actually has worked out for Epsilon. The rotations are already in and Console's still alive. Trades everywhere. 2v2.
There's a Molotov, though, to hold him out just in time for this bomb to go down. Oh, why aren't they planning for him, though? Jenko does hit that follow-up shot. They know exactly where Console is, and he's going to have to peek and stop this bomb from going down. Jenko's not able to support, but with the bomb gone and backing off, Console needs to hit some fast shots. And, oh, is that a first? It is! Console levels this back, walks right in front of Jenko. And just, Epsilon can take that round, but that did get dodgy for a second. Bear V says, hey, Caster. Hey, Bear V. How you doing?
Looked actually not a bad idea from Trick to get aggressive into brown holes like that, especially if they, you know, expect to sort of utility heavy sort of execute from Epsilon, because that can really just completely ruin it if you've got players rushing you. But ANJ here with the CZ, actually got support from Rixo as well. These CZs can be very, very dangerous, and there's ANJ with a second one as well. It's a 1 for 2 here in favor of Trick so far. The trade comes out though, and oh, there we go with the Deagles. It's now a man advantage for Trick. Oh, God,
there's
Console.
a second! Console rips Surreal's head apart, and it's only Jenko left. 1 versus 3 with an AK-47's. Got a pair of flashes to be able to do this as he steals away the bomb and backs off.
Looks like he wants to just head towards B here. They're going to realize that soon enough when they don't see anything towards A. He should be able to get this bomb down uncontested, but he's going to have 3 players to deal with. But he has full control of B bomb site, so he can do something pretty crafty if he plants towards the backside and gets aggressive. But see what he decides to do. He's taking his time here because he has no idea if there is a player here. He didn't spot out all 3 players. So he's being very, very careful. And he's got actually time to wrap all the way around. But I think he might want to just stick on B. But see if Jenko can do it.
He thinks he's flusher. Jenko wrapping in. He's got so much time on the clock. But if you see the positions these 3 CTs are playing, he might get unlucky with this one. As Console does check the angle, Jenko spots out 2, but he's running out of precious time. And then left and right, Lucky's going to sideswipe him, sideline him. And that's going to be another round for Tricked on the board.
Yep. That was a nice idea from Jenko there, but in hindsight, he should have just planted the bomb because now they're going to be stuck for money. Going to have to force buy with the CZs here. And, you know, that was an eco from, oh, I think it was a force, but nonetheless, round Trick should not have won. But Smuya, there we go with the Deagle. Time and time again, the Deagle is just making a huge impact. And we're going to see a 5v4 just like that. Are we going to see a second force buy round win in a row?
Oh, Lucky's unable to hit the double spray down. Levels this back up slightly to a 4 versus 3. As Trick supporting by this aggressive scout. An easy shot onto Zach, who made that one all too easy. Kappa in the chat, if you smell your hand after touching your testicles. Kappa in the chat, please. I'll say my Kappa out loud.
No Kappa, no Kappa. Anyway, push coming out onto the B bomb side. That flash was a bit of a fail, but luckily there's nobody holding close by. And look at all 3 players pushing up highway here, actually getting spotted out, deciding to back off at the last minute. Smuya down to low HP. They should be able to get this bomb down though. This is going to be a hard round to convert.
They need Jenko to hit a headshot right here, and there it is. Insta drops. And he's able to fall back with this AK-47, but he's facing the UMP. And A&J's done sweet damage. They know exactly where he is. They're wrapping in. There's the perfect Molotov as Console finds the 2. Triple kill in total. He's going to be able to defuse that bomb as well. Loads of time left on the clock. They've both got rifles as well. This is 6-12 now. Epsilon haven't really been able to get anything going here on train.
It was all down to that second round of this half with the pistol buy from Tricked. You know, they shouldn't have been able to win that round, and they did. And now it's put Tricked in a fantastic position to close this one out on their map pick, just like you would expect. But Epsilon is still not out of this. They're going to lose this one, go down to 13-6, and we've seen it time and time again. Comebacks are definitely possible, especially on a map like Train, but on the T side, it's going to be increasingly difficult. Aggression from Tricked, though. Going to try and rack up the cash with these SMGs. They know they're on pistols. MP9 and UMP is going to try and do as much damage as it can towards these brown holes, and we're seeing a lot of money being made there.
They're just being ripped apart. 19th round. It's going to be Trick just a couple away from leveling this to a 1-1 scoreline. And the best of two ending in the least satisfying way possible, not finding a victor.
Indeed.
Oh,
anyway,
some Russian in chat. A Russian, loads of Russian and then a Kappa face. I bet that guy doesn't know what that means.
Oh, he's doing the Kappa because he knows we don't know what that means. Anyway, Tricked are going for a bonus round here. They're actually sticking with the UMP and the MP9. They've got a lot of rounds in hand, so you know, it might not be a bad idea to do that. And actually, with the aggression from ANJ, it could work out as well. Look at the HP on Surreal. This is a UMP, and he's probably going to go down to the nade as well. Surreal just about getting out of it, but that is very, very well played by ANJ there. They realize they've got SMGs, they need to get aggressive with them, and then make it work. 5v4 now, and Surreal on 7 HP.
We know exactly what those Russian guys do with their hand. 4 versus 5 as Tricked insta. Oh, that nade! Oh, there's the follow-up! Surreal finally found from the grave. Jay from earlier. Okay. Console. That was a beautiful shot as well. Robin walks right into it. 2 versus 5. Smooya has to go huge. This has to be smooth. And Lucky's only able to find the single one. Sack last alive. Has an AK-47. Now an AWP. And he is going to try and back off. But he's got players wrapping him around. And as soon as he makes this peak, takes this angle, he's going to be spotted out. Straight back towards T-spawn. But there's still 30 seconds left on the clock. He's got to save for a long time back here.
Yeah, it's quite a while he's got here. They do need this AWP. They want to get that up back on Smooya here, who's not been doing too great. Not terrible either. 13 and 17. Not really been having an impact on this map as much as he did on Cobblestone. But they're going to try and keep the AWP on him, obviously. That's what you want, but
oh, there's a shadow.
Doesn't look like it's going to be possible. Yeah, Console spots it. Easily done.
He's going to be mad. He didn't know that there was a shadow shown from that position. And that is actually a bug, isn't it? There's no sun from that angle. Let's get Valve on that. Clip it. Let's get that to Valve.
I don't think the
Valve, please fix.
The shadows are always relative to the sun on the map, but could be a bug, possibly.
There was a wall right next to him. There's no shadow there.
Yeah, I know.
Valve,
but
please
that's what I'm saying. CS doesn't always.
Valve, please fix.
Let's fix the CZ first. How about that? Before we start looking to about shadows. Anyway, this spy from Epsilon is not ideal, but they've made it work before. See if they can continue that. They're actually going to head towards B here, which with these sorts of weapons might be a bit of an issue because of the long ranges. But they're going to get these smokes out as well. Rixo's going, oh, that flash is not going to blind him. It gets an easy kill onto Jenko, and he's still alive here as well. He is getting pursued from top walkway. Console going to push through the smoke, deny the bomb plant. There it is. There's no way Epsilon can win this round.
There's the CZ, overpowered as always, as Smooya salvages an AK-47 back onto the site. The bomb plant is open. And now Epsilon need to scuttle back, but Insta's not going to allow it. There's a headshot for him, and it's only Smooya left. How's he going to be able to finish off this quad? There's one. Spots 2 to his right, but isn't able to find any more. He goes down. It's map point for Tricked. About to level this one up 1-1. Very, very likely here.
Tricked just completely stomping this map so far. See if Yakut's Law comes into play once again. We're going to see another insane 1v4 with a stupid weapon, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, a lot to do for Epsilon. And, you know, it's just not been a there's not been any rounds where Epsilon have like completely, like, except for that last round of the first half. You know, it's always been pretty close, and Epsilon seem to just about get by one player getting a cool double kill or something. But Lucky is going to get the first kill. Smooya goes down, and that's going to make things very, very difficult for Epsilon. And they haven't decided where to go yet either. They're trying to get control of Ivy. They've got two players to deal with on that side, and Trick don't have to give them anything.
This one is looking done. Jenko straight over the smoke. Does get Molly back, but it's a follow-up headshot. Oh, and a third from Jenko. Bursts into A. That was fantastic.
Jenko coming to play, and Sak just waking up in this potential last round here. Console's still alive, though, and he's still making it difficult for them to get the bomb down, but he's smoked off. There's not much he can do from this position. Console has to do it all here to try and close it out, or Epsilon going to stay alive. Console, he spotted out one player. He's got a kit and utility as well, so this is definitely doable.
There's the Molotov to cut one player out of the action. Zach can't take this peak, and he needs to find the second man, Robin, very, very fast. But Robin, oh, he's playing this one so passive. There's the secondary tap, and Robin's behind him. Needs this second shot. Oh, Robin hasn't revealed his position yet. The bomb's being tapped and defused. Oh, Robin's going to find it.
That was risky. That was very risky, like not peeking after play, but I think it was the right decision in the end. But once again, Yakut's Law comes into play. You know, I'm telling you, whatever the score is, as long as I'm casting it, it always ends up being the case. I don't know what it is, man. It happens every time.
Yakut's Law.
Just to explain what we mean by Yakut's Law, me and Squid had this joke when we used to cast before, where whenever one team would be on match point, no matter what the score, the other team used to always get around before, before they would actually get to 16. It just always seemed to happen, and it just keeps happening. I think that mentality of being like, especially at this level, like closing out the game is, you know, sometimes a bit difficult, especially on that first round. And sometimes you do try something crazy, you know, try and get really aggressive just to close it out, just to finish it off. Could be the reason why, but nonetheless, it's going to be Epsilon getting the opening frag in this round, so it's going to be Tricked on the back foot. 4 versus 5. Smooya making his way into T-Con with the AWP, but on the other side you've got Rixo, so this battle could be interesting, but Epsilon are getting ready for a split here.
There's the flash in, Lucky, oh, sprays down both. That could be the final play of the game right there, as Jenko does swipe it back towards Ivy. Straight onto this A site. Now Jenko does need another one. Oh, and he finds it! Jenko!
Beautifully done by Jenko here, the British player coming to play here, just snapping heads off. And they're actually going to pick up a second up. Nope. He didn't actually, he threw his gun. Oh, rip. Anyway.
He just threw it, he just tossed it away.
Yeah, he picked up the AWP. I think he asked, do we need a second AWP? And then they said no, and then he throws the AWP and doesn't get his AK back. But
alright then.
It's going to be a pause from Tricked. Probably just discussing, just calm it down and discuss what they want to do in this round. They can obviously buy in this one, but they might even want an eco just to make sure that they can get full utility and get a complete buy to close it out. But no, they're going to go for the buy. And we'll see what Trick can do in this one. But Epsilon slowly starting to claw it back here. It could be possible. You never know.
Epsilon just need to take this one round at a time until they get to that sort of double-digit 10, 11 round marker. They're not very close to taking this one back to overtime, so they need to just rack up a decent T side and just never be mentally checked out. They still do have a chance in this one, but they will need 7 in a row as of right now. Smooya's got the AWP, everybody else on rifles. Sak, I think Sak has actually forgot his gun.
Oh no. Oh, nice shot there from Rixo, constantly outshooting Smooya on this map as well. Very, very nice from him. Robin drops down, takes that off Lucky as well. Trade comes in. 4v4, even numbers here. See what they can do. And they've got the double AWP, remember. It's going to be ANJ on the other AWP, who has been playing pretty damn good so far. See if he can keep it up with the AWP. But Robin making his way towards Brown Halls. Got a player on the other side here. Loads of angles to worry about, but Epsilon not committing to anything just yet.
And you can see Robin about to take this angle with A&J. Oh, he hits the AWP shot, nails that one completely. And now Epsilon need to find another follow-up entry frag, and maybe it's Jenko again towards the A site. Remember how much of a pivotal player he's been at opening up the pointy letter time after time. There's the smoke out, but he's taking long-range engagements this time, and he hasn't been able to spot anything out thus far. There's a Molotov. Another smoke. Jenko's boosted right over. Oh, does spot out the scope, unable to actually take it. Console from above is able to find one. Jenko here, not able to entry this time, just up to Zach. And this one's all said and done. It's over. A great triple kill from Console. And that's a 16-8 here on Train. So a 1-1 scoreline, and that's our second draw here at Legend Series.
Yeah, it was not as close in that second map here. Pretty easy win there for Tricked, but you know, we were talking about at the beginning, you know, Smuya being a star player, that's all good. But, you know, when he's not, doesn't come to play, you need to have the other players step up, and they didn't. You had Sack at the bottom there, Surreal at the bottom. I think there was like 7 and 8 kills respectively. So, yeah, you can't have that happening.
1 down, 1 to go. With Pride, Kopfsacker up next. Make sure to not go anywhere. Place your bets, because we're going to be back in about 5 minutes for the second series of the day. For information, this is 3 Ireland Z-Stars.
CSGO Legend Series is back and revamped with a brand new system never before seen in competitive esports. ELC Gaming is unveiling a brand new unique point system which takes a wide range of win conditions into account. From rank of opponent played, strength on T and CT side, and variety of maps played will all influence points accumulated. Teams earn cash every time they play, with rewards given, win or lose. All matches will be broadcast twice per week, live from the ELC Hamburg studios, home of Big Betting. An all-exclusive, all-inclusive $25,000 prize pool Legends Cup awaits, where the 2 European champions will face off against a team from the US and a team from China. This is where legends are born. Welcome to Legend Series. Go to elcgaming.com for more information.
Hi, we're ELC Gaming and we're looking forward to one of the greatest events we've ever had. The Ireland E-Stars will feature a tour with our esports truck, Big Betty, all the way through Ireland. We will start right here from our headquarters in Germany, where Big Betty will take 2 ferries to get to Ireland. The first from Rotterdam to Hull, then from Holyhead, which will take Betty directly to Dublin. From there, she will travel to 9 different locations in 9 weeks, where we'll visit the best football clubs in Ireland. But to do what exactly? To host one of the biggest League of Legends tournaments ever to be held in Ireland. Each of the 9 teams will be represented by 5 League of Legends players.
Everybody to Legend Series. I'm Squid CS and you're joining me for the second best of 2 of the day. This one between Pride and our German fan favourites Kopfsacker. This is actually due to be quite a weird series, considering Kopfsacker, somebody that we don't see too often. We've only seen them play a single best of 2 in this whole Legend Series. And Pride, a team who have just had roster issues, losing players to Kingwin, are probably going to have to play with their manager today, Peter, also known as Nex, obviously. We all know that. I know that. I'm an expert. Either way, they're going to have to play with this kind of half of a roster, and then you've got Kopfsacker, who in many ways are half a roster. So, Yaku, what do we say about this one?
Well, as you said, the issues that Pride have been having with the roster is a good chance for Kopfsacker to come out strong here and, get themselves a win against somewhat of a notable name. So, I think Pride's still going to be fairly comfortable with this game. But, then again, Dark Horse, don't know much about Kopfsacker personally. So we'll see what happens. But as I said, it's an opportunity here for Kopfsacker to really make a name for themselves off the bat.
Yeah, so just a bit of information and insight into who Kopfsacker are. They're a Division 3 team in 99 damage. Heat's one of their star players, being a notable streamer in Germany, just a small up-and-coming streamer. He had a phenomenal series last week against Team Spirit, where they did lose 0-2. They lost 16-3 on Cash, 16-4 on Mirage. So that was against Nexus, sorry, not Spirit. But those were not great performances at all. We're going to be seeing them play Cash in this opening game here today.
Should be an interesting one. Cash is obviously a staple map already in CSGO, but it's a map that I don't think is perfect. It seems to be getting quite stale, Cash, recently, like the way it's played.
Yeah.
There's not really many things you can do with Cash. It's fairly straightforward. But it is definitely a well-designed map. CT aggression is very, very important and very, very impactful on this map. So see how these teams play. I don't really know what Kopfsacker's approach is going to be, but interesting to see how they play. And this map does tend to favor teams that are a bit more puggy than normal. So you never know.
Yeah, I know that Kopfsacker have certainly been putting in the hours. Talking about Pride, on the contrary, their main players, Luz, maybe one of the most louder star players on the Pride side, one of the loudest players over in Santa Ana, for instance. Recently put onto this team full time before the Kingwin switch. He's on your screen now. Obviously, Pride, the lowest of anybody's legend points, just after losing that roster, 2 disqualifications, 2 losses there. But yeah, we are in warm-up. We've got 7 people ready to play this game. They're going to be getting in just a few seconds. There's the 8th person as well. So we'll be getting into this game very, very shortly. Another person that we might have to talk about is probably Tom on that Pride side, being an AWPer rifler hybrid. I don't know what sort of role he's going to play today. You can see a pretty high headshot percentage, so probably won't be getting out that AWP all the time, but was definitely one of the better players in America.
Definitely. And AWPs can be quite impactful on this map as well. There's multiple places you can take. You can play an AWP from any site, essentially, on Cash, on the CT side especially. So definitely going to be keeping an eye on him. But just in general, pretty open game here. What's the second map going to be?
The second map is going to be Mirage, so exactly the same set of maps that they played the other week against Nexus. I don't know if Pride should be too scared about that, considering it was an absolute blowout, but we're getting live into the ninth round now, and on Cash, how important do you reckon it is, Yakut?
I don't think it's very important. Cash is you know, a map that the CT side and the T side just constantly sort of, you know, it's pretty even and it constantly switches. Interesting Kopsaka knife round strategy here, just getting a bit of a standoff going there, pulling them into CT spawn. It seems to be working. No, it doesn't actually. I was looking at the wrong side. Didn't work out from whatsoever. And they get completely shut down there. But yeah, I feel like recently, especially at the high level, Cash has been a bit of a T-sided map. It's kind of weird. It does change often, but I think recently it has been a bit T-sided.
Oh, so it seems like Nex isn't playing. Their manager is going to stay as manager for this game, which is probably, to say the least, an advantage. This looks to be just to put together a roster for today's game with those two stand-ins. Gabe there, Explore there as well. Do you know either of these two players?
I've seen Gabe before. I can't 100% remember what team he was on.
It's Gabe Miller from Valve.
That's the one.
Skaban.
But I've seen him on another Polish team. I don't think it was Kingwin. It might have been a different Polish team. But oh, that flashbang actually hits Heat in the butt.
What a
and
shot!
Gabe, oh my
and a double.
goodness!
Gabe opening it up in style, and when you make the game, that's exactly the power it gives you. Tom as well blasting straight in. Kopsaka getting their faces blown off. Now, Ardara, what can he do? 1 and 2. Not the third, though. Explore's going to finish him off. Let's look at these guys' profiles, because we don't know who these guys are. We're giving you all the info, all the intel here today. I want to see Explore. So Explore is playing for Pride Academy. Didn't realize that was a team. So they have an academy team. That's good. I guess Gabe's playing for Pride Academy as well, then? I don't know.
Possibly. That makes sense.
No, it's Gab. Is it Gab or Gabe? I don't know.
Oh yeah, actually, Gab.
Is it
yeah,
Gab?
I think. Yeah, didn't he play for what was that team called?
Poland
Pact or something?
CS.
Pact. It was like
Pact.
Pact. It was a team called Pact. It was
Must be good.
like quite a lot.
We've
Yeah,
watched
it was
thousands of hours of CS between us, and we don't know who he is. So it must be good.
yeah, not very.
I'm only
not
kidding,
player,
fellas. I'm only
Polish
joking.
scene. I'm sure there's
Ooh.
people watching from the Polish scene that can probably tell us some more. But yeah, it was a complete shutdown there. Tom getting 3, was getting 2, and Pride have got themselves a 2-0 lead. Kopsaka gonna have to eco for this one, going for the 4th there as well. So they're gonna be a bit set back on that 4th round bye. Nonetheless, Pride should be able to clean this round up as well.
Pride had all the information there as to go for that full rotation. You saw as soon as Kopsaka were imposing any sort of a threat on the B site, Pride had all 5 members towards that side of the map, and it's just Glocks, a single P250 for this Kopsaka side. Last week on Cash, we saw them with a couple of decent executes, but oh, Nexus right up close and personal, right in their face. That throws a spanner in the works. He's going to mow them down, even able to back off as well, not chased away. Doesn't go for the reload. He's on 3 bullets. Looking like it's going to be another clean, well, complete cleanup, as Edaro's only going to find the single.
Here's where it matters. Here comes the buy round. See what Kopsaka can do. And see if they've got anything up their sleeves. Going to be Heats on the AWP with no armor. Going glass cannon. And you've got Exus with the AWP on the other side, and Exus is going to be heading towards the A site. So we might not be seeing this battle just yet, as Heats is going to be towards B. So deep smoke from Pride is going to slow down Kopsaka for now. Heats making his presence known with that AWP. They're going to be aware of that, and they should know that it's a glass cannon as well if they were keeping track of the fact that everyone had armor on that. Second round as well, so they should realize it's actually a glass cannon.
Oh,
they keep track of it. Exus though on the other side,
entry.
taking down Osiris, and that's going to be the opening kill there.
Yeah, phenomenal entry right there. Osiris going down, and Exus just looking supremely confident towards the A site. Just as a note, these teams' logos have been switched over. Obviously, it's Pride from Poland, and it's Kopsaka from Germany. Luz just blasting in with an MP9, abusing the no-head armor on that one player. Now, Heats has to go for this peek, and Nexus does miss that shot. Luz is going to be able to fall back towards mid. Pride looking confident, but Kopsaka have to go towards this A site. And Heats, that's a flick! The no armor, the aim punch doesn't even work out. Wittekind back into this A site though, needs to hit a couple of shots right now, and they are actually doing this. Rome is going to find the single. Luz here in the back line, going to be able to finish him off with the MP9 though, so Pride did look a little shaky for a second. Luz on $13,000. God damn. But Kopsaka back to these ecos.
That's a lot of money, but they didn't expect a second player to be back there. They had a player in NBK and then a player in Quad. So Luz was able to just clean it up there with the MP9. Nicely done, Pride. Strong start here on the CT side of Cash. And that smoke is going to, once again, block off any push towards main. Mainly mid-aggression here coming out from Kopsaka, and it's going to be fairly easily dealt with from Gab, who is just cleaning it up. Eco frags everywhere. Fifth player Rops. Roms actually, not Rops. We'll get a headshot with the Deagle. Wow, it should be able to take him down. Nicely done. So fairly clean anti-eco round from Pride. And once again, we should be able to see a buy come out from Kopsaka.
Yeah, Heats is going to have the AWP, and we've already seen him hit shots already. Rome as well on 4 frags, not doing too bad. But this is definitely a no-look Kopsaka from last week. They have changed up this roster a little bit. Adora instead of Stipe, and then Fabdel's not there either. Cyrus is there instead. So this Kopsaka is chopping and changing this roster after maybe a slightly poorer performance last week. And this is the classic A execute that they went for. We saw this from Kopsaka just a few days ago, sorry. It's a standard B fake. They throw them in towards the A site, and they are keeping players here, but now they're going to go towards B. Pride probably haven't watched the demo, so they don't know that this is quite coming, but Tom is going to find 1, 2, and almost 3 anyway. Osiris finally finishes him off, but here comes the re-rotating. Kopsaka are just too slow. A 4 versus 3. Luz is already here. Easy headshot for him, and Rome's the last man alive. Over towards mid, gonna get finished off. Kopsaka, they do get torn apart right there, but you kind of saw where the tactic was coming from. A standard fake, just a little too slow on the execute.
Yeah, I think fakes with just smokes is not enough to fool any sort of professional team or semi-professional team. It's one of those. It's one of those things where like you need something with the smokes, some aggression in main, just some presence. Just a few smokes landing on A isn't going to be enough to actually pull players off of the A bomb site and head towards B. To actually pull players off the B bomb site towards A. But nonetheless, Pride will be able to shut that down fairly easily. Once again, going to be a Deagle force buy, I believe, here from Kopsaka. No, just an eco. They did get the round loss bonus. But yeah, should be an easy cleanup, actually. I say that. Cyrus with the Deagle will take down Exus, but Blobby answers back.
His escape towards mid with an AK-47. Minute 10 on the clock. And Osiris has actually snatched back an AWP. He's found that one, but he's going to be able to put it to good use over towards the A site. He's looking for this. Misses that first shot. Luz is tagged up pretty heavily, but there's a second miss. And Osiris is going to go down. There's Heats with him. And just Wittekind left, trying to tag away with the Deagle, but Gabe with another multi-frag. This time a double. He has been firing on all cylinders. He is 9-2, Luz 9-1. Everybody on Pride really getting this ball rolling so far.
Yeah, very nicely done from Pride. Just fairly standard play. They're not doing anything too crazy. They're just sort of playing the standard positions on A and being able to shut down Kopsaka fairly easily. Kopsaka not really doing anything out of the ordinary, anything enough to really challenge Pride right now. Gab winning that gunfight in middle as well, and now Exus has control of main as well. See, no presence here towards main. This is another issue. When you're defaulting, you can't give up main like that. It just gives the CTs just so much map control and know exactly what you're doing. The water smokes in middle will come out, though. It'll allow them to get into vents, but so much damage to the smoke just walking straight out into the bullets. Well, it's going to be quite difficult to deal with. The Rom and Witter down to low HP, but Roms will be able to find Gab there. Now it's a 4v4.
Pride are so good at stealing back map control. They have been shot down. Oh, and there's Heats with a flick. That's a great one. We saw flurries of light from him last week, but against Pride, he's going to need even more than that.
This is looking better from Kopsaka here. And they're going to be heading towards there where there's only one player. If Exodus can get a kill and back off, though, this could be an issue. He needs to either miss or get killed. They actually tags him down to 1 HP as well. Both players tagging each other, but he still managed to get a kill. Could get another one as well. Can't make it happen, that Molotov. As soon as it touches him, he goes down. Splowick, though, he's got 2 players on low HP, and he's got an AK. No grenade, unfortunately, but he does have a kit as well. This is definitely doable. Heat goes down 1v1.
He is edging out this smoke, just waiting for it to dissipate. Cyrus going to go for the peak. Splore, so confident, so composed, not needing to force the issue and go for that peak, instead knowing that Kopsaka were maybe going to make the mistake. And that's an 8th round in a row for Pride here. Kopsaka need to do something, I think, a little more together, a little more ready, a little, I don't know. What do you think they're doing wrong, Yaku?
I think they're kind of playing it too by the book, because I don't think their skill level seems to match up with Pride enough to actually run a default and actually win the gunfights. I feel like they should try and go for something surprising, go for some early aggression towards a certain area that gets some map control, or just try and go for an execute. You know, they definitely have, you know, if you're a new team, I'm sure they must have some executes in the book here, and you can see it looks like they want to go for one towards B now. They realize the default's not working. All 5 players towards one side on an execute. See if this works out for them here. You can't count Pride out, though. But look at Adera. He's actually gone way past all the CTs. There's still 2 in checkers. This is so wild. And actually, both kills come to Roms. That is insane. They're actually going to get the bomb plant as well with a man advantage. Nicely done from Kopsaka.
Right, now they need to hold Pride out on this retake. Pride electing to go for this upper execute here with Luz just staring down Exus. Gonna throw out the nades. There's the first frag, though, given away by Kopsaka. An overpeak there. Rome does hit that follow-up. He's stuck in no man's land with Heat. Stuck on the site. Where is he? He needs to get past these smokes so much faster than this. There's a Molotov to count Luz off of this bomb. They've used all their smokes already. There's a frag grenade. Luz, gets on the bomb. Last possible second. Heat needs to find it. He does. Straight through the smoke. That's the round in the bag. Kopsaka take their first, and the Orps do fall back.
It absolutely takes everything out of Kopsaka just to get that one round, but they actually finally do it. Nice play there from Heat to go through the smoke and commit and actually take down the diffuser. It's going to be the first round here, but this puts them up for puts them at risk of a reset here. Now they don't have much money left because they lost 4 players, only Heat surviving. And now if they lose this one, they're going to be broken. They're just going to run away with it, Pride, on this half. And look at Exus here. Nice aggression there. We'll take down Witte. That's man advantage straight back to Pride.
That's an angle that most professional teams actually have nailed, but Exus just abusing it. He's gone for 2 peaks there and found 2 kills in different rounds. One on the 4th, now on the 10th. He's putting it into practice 0-4 times a half, really. And now they need to rely on Heats, and that was a fast flick straight onto the A site. Great entry, and Gab's here up above to try and take the spray down. Does find one, but Kopsaka now have this A site. The bomb isn't down yet, and it's Cyrus to find a headshot. Heats doesn't manage that tag, but up high in the sky, he's going to find his second. Just Splore left, and Kopsaka starting to find kills, starting to manage to hit these executes.
This is a very crucial round as well. It looks like they're going to be able to take it. Splore, actually. Nice crouch peek there to take down first player, but Heat's close by with the AWP, not going to miss that shot. Kopsaka get 2 in a row, and that was a very, very crucial round. They would have lost that one. They would have absolutely no money into this one. And Pride could have been looking at a 12-3, 11-4 half, but now Kopsaka, they have a chance back into this one here. The money's leveled itself out. Still not absolutely perfect, but they will be able to get utility on the majority of the players here. Heat's on that AWP, of course, and on the other side, they still have enough money to go for a buy. And that's
wow.
Nice angle from Exus going all the way up mid and seeing into Garage. That was beautiful.
He's got a couple of these up his playbook, up his sleeve, that he's whipping out at different opportunities, and Pride are really reaping the rewards off that, and Kopsaka aren't actually taking control. Heat still has the AWP. It was Rome to go down, but 8-2, and Pride with the man advantage. Kopsaka can't afford to take their foot off the accelerator now.
Indeed. Man advantage again for Pride, though, but as we saw last round, that doesn't always tell the whole story. Kopsaka still have a chance to take this one, and it looks like they want to head towards B. Worked for them last time. See if it works again. This time, obviously playing with a man down. Not going to be as easy. Still got a player in mid as well. He's just trying to make his way up slowly, trying to get some information, possibly get a kill, even out the numbers here. But he's got 2 players, one towards sandbags, one on the white box. Luz is going to go down. Sorry, the player on the sandbags was actually in checkers, and he will go down anyway. So this is actually working out for them. They're going to have the B bomb site. There's one player back there. He goes down as well. This is nicely done from Kopsaka. Beautiful default into a B execute. It's going to leave him in a 4v2.
They're really starting to show up now. Witten's going to get away from that Molotov. Heat's trying to take tags through the wall, but not actually connecting so far. And Pride going to fall back. They're not going to go for this 4 versus 2. Kopsaka going to be able to take their third.
Nicely done that. And yeah, 3 rounds in a row here, starting to wake up. Maybe it was just a matter of them warming up, but as you can see, nobody's actually carrying on the team. It's just more of a cohesive effort. You've got Witt at the bottom, 2 and 10 there, but the rest of his team are actually starting to slowly show up here. And that's what you want to see from a team like this. You don't want to have one player just carrying. If everybody's showing up and multiple players are doing the job, then you know, you got more chance of surviving in a game like this or a series like this. It just shows good team cohesion. But now Pride still have enough money to buy. It just shows how strong their economy was initially. They've lost 3 rounds in a row, still are going to be able to get somewhat of a buy. Luz is going to be on a deagle. He's a top fragger. Would have been nice to see him with a rifle, but nonetheless, he'll be on the mini AWP. And it looks like Kopsak actually want to head towards A this time. So again, going for the aggression towards one side.
And they're going to challenge Exus here, who's been such a pivotal player with the AWP. Almost nails the 2, but there is the 2. He manages to find a double. Lots of damage onto Osiris as well. And that is both star players almost taken out of commission with Heat's gone, Osiris down to 6 HP. This one's going to be difficult to hold on to, especially now Luz has got the deagle. No actual rifle on his back, but Gabe swipes through with a great double roam on this site, going to get eliminated, and that's Kopsaka not able to hold on, and it was really down to Exus again with the AWP.
Definitely that initial almost collateral there, that would have been nuts, but he still manages to get the 2 kills anyway, and nice shots on the player with low HP to take him down as well. But now 9-3. Kopsaka, even though they were winning rounds, you know, they've not been keeping all their players. It's not all the players that have got money right now. They're going to have to get dropped over. Rom's actually going to be on the AWP this time, is he? Nope, Heats gets it. Rom's on the AK. So they do manage to string together a buy. A pretty good buy at that. Full utility. But are they going to go back into a default? It looks like they are. The aggression towards A didn't work out. Back to this sort of set pieces spread across the map. Playing for picks here, but Pride haven't been really getting too aggressive that much, but this round here, you can see Luz getting all the way up mid, and this is going to deny so much control for Kopsaka, and it looks like we might be seeing a counter boost, so this could really shut things down. Heats is watching it, though. He's expecting it, but Luz is just going to play passive for now.
When is Luz going to go for this peek into Heats? Heats actually goes for the reload. Watching the boost once more. He's moving around, takes his eyes off the prize for just 1 second, gives Luz a chance to strike, but isn't going to be able to find a kill. Heats does capitalize. They know that Exus is up close and personal. Goes for a follow-up peek and pick. Not able to hit it. As Kopsaka's T side is really where it's at right now. By the way, Define 2K14, whoever that is, bad name in chat, says -squid plus Define. Admins, can we deal with this guy, please? Can we get him demodded, banned? Thank you.
Ban Hammer coming out here.
Ban! Ban this guy!
Beautiful play from the young Squiddy. Anyway, going to be aggression towards A here. Nice angle there from Roms. Will take down the player trying to sneak through the smoke. And once again, Kopsaka bringing it here as God will find another one. So definitely a doable refit, especially with Tom coming into main like that. And oh, there it is. Headshot coming through 2v2. And they've got kits and one grenade there on Tom. They're going to be able to do. Heats misses the shot. That could be it. All down to Witter here. And he can't do it. Gab completely shutting it down. Nicely done. And just when it looked like Kopsaka were going to get another round, Pride say nope and steal that one away.
Obviously, we're looking through this game with rose-tinted goggles. We can see 20/20 vision, what they should have done, what the correct play was. Doesn't feel like Kopsaka should have been as aggressive there, but we know what Heats' streaky Orpin can do. But he's not at the top of the scoreboard right now. Instead, it's Rome taking the charge. That's a great nade straight through that smoke. Luz, executes one, bomb down. Luz able to just take the peaks over in mid against the pistols.
Yeah, this is not really much they can do here. They're just trying to get this round over and done with and focus on the last one. And they will have the buy explore with the second up here. Shoulder peek coming through. She could be overwhelmed here. Just about going to get around the corner. They know where he is though. But he manages to deal with one. Does get traded, but teammates are here as well. Heats does have an up. He's going to be a bit more comfortable with that weapon, but he's got players coming in from all angles. Should not be able to do anything here.
He's watching down and Tom straight through the smoke, tags him away. Gone. Heats eliminated. 9-11 is his personal scoreline. 11-3 is the scores on the doors, with Kopsaka far behind, trailing here. A very similar affair to what we saw against Nexus last week. This could be deja vu. It was a 16-3 on catch opening map.
That was dirty. Gets the kill just as the smoke pops as well. Luz had no chance there. And that's going to get the opening. That's an opening they need as well. They really can't allow this to go to 12-3. They need to get this one. Also, they're going to throw those A smokes again. This time, probably following into an execute instead of faking it out. Smoke's going to land up top. Is going to make Gab try and reposition here, but this might be hard for Pride to hold off. Gab with one kill. Spraying through the triple. Could get a quad as well. Almost gets the ace. Rom's the last one alive. That was beautiful from Gab.
Gab. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Absolutely school shooter style right there. No. They look like unarmored, defenseless opponents. Everybody getting torn apart. Rome 1 versus 3. Over into mid. As he's tried to find a little gap to work with. Nobody's watching towards this side of the map, so Rome might have found a gap in the defense, but Exus, the side of his head could be exposed, but it's Rome going in towards connector instead. Going to be able to find this easy first kill. There's a headshot. But now they've got the 1-1 setup. A pair of AWPs, and he's got to dodge this first bullet. He's getting up close and personal. Rome, isn't able to land the first tap with the AK-47, but Splore definitely can. It's CZ in hand. It's 12-3 to Pride.
Very nicely done that from Pride. 12-3. Kopsaka had 3 rounds in a row there. Bit of a nice run from them. Just kind of switching up the pace. Catches Pride off guard a few rounds in a row, but Pride, easy adjustment. Were able to deal with it. Stopped messing around and just sort of held their ground. Able to close them out fairly easily. Anyway, Pride on the T side now. You've got Splore with the smoke grenade flashbang. Rest on armor on the other side. Flashbang, 2 flashbangs and a kit. Smoke will be used to cover the cross. Flashbang goes deep. And we go. Push out onto the bomb site. First kill does go in favor of Kopsaka, but the T's eventually overrun. I was going to say overrun. Osiris getting 2 kills somehow down to 3 HP. How's that happened?
Yeah, great triple from him, or headshots, and Rome's even got the kit to be able to do this, so a very doable and winnable 4 versus 2 clutch on this A site. Exus back of this site needs to mow them down, and he's going to start the job. Oh my lord, USP in hand. They crushed them, Pride. That's a 13-3.
That's the kind of situation you have when you have a team that's skill level is just a little higher. Just a little outclassed there. On the Kopsaka side, they had them boxed in, but just the headshots coming through from the Pride players, completely shutting them down. And now we've got 2 AKs, 2 Mach 10s, and a Gleal on Pride here. Force buy from half force buy from Kopsaka. They're going to keep Heats and Osiris above that amount of money, but should be a straightforward cleanup here. Actually, Gab getting overrun here, but Luz should find an easy kill into Heats. There it is. And yeah, this should be a cleanup.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 4 players alive for Pride. Going to be able to get the money rolling on this T side, but they might not need it. We're almost out of rounds. We're almost out of time for Kopsaka. Remember last week a 16-3 against Nexus on this map. Might be the same scoreline right here.
Not looking very good for them whatsoever. And now it's
That's
going to be a full
flash.
eco allowing... Yeah, that flash is pretty nice. It's going to allow Gab to get all the way up here with the Mach 10. He's been having a field day with this one. Splort also himself as well. Rom with a nice kill there. Actually, Luz with 2 players to deal with. Wasn't expecting that. And that's the bomb. So, interesting. Still going to be difficult for Adara to actually hold this off because he doesn't have any armor, but he's getting aggressive. Oh dear. Palm actually sees it. It looked like it could have been possible, but not going to happen. That's Pride. They get to map point.
Yeah, sometimes those sort of plays can really get in your head, even if they're doing them against you. You can see that Pride aren't really taking this one all too seriously anymore. It feels like this one's pretty much over. Pride absolutely outclassing Kopsaka in this first map and opening a fair here for them.
Oh,
great headshot from Luz as well. That's Heat's gone, the star player out of the server, out of commission, and Adra has to do some big work on the site with the M4. He's got to hit at least 2 more kills here to be able to level this one down, considering Gabe has already found another frag. The AWP.
That was quite smart from Gab there to actually go into CT and because you kind of expect people to come up headshot there, and you know he didn't spot him going to CT, so the other player in CT spawn wasn't expecting that whatsoever. But Pride have control of the site. It's a 3v2, not impossible to retake this, but they don't have a kit, and Pride still have smokes as well, so it's going to be quite difficult. And you can see they're just waiting by here, trying to wait the time on the smokes, but as that smoke clears, there's another one ready for it. Flashbangs go through. Oh, nothing here for Kopsaka. Going in, walking straight into the blender. Witter can't even see anything, covered in grey. That's going to be it. Pride 16-3.
Wow.
Same scoreline as the Nexus game.
Wow, what a scoreline there. 16-3, repeating history for Kopsaka, and just how a legend point system works. When you're losing games 16-3, you're losing even more points than you usually would in a standard regulation board. So Kopsaka are going to find themselves quite low on the scoreboard, I'm sure, after today's affair, but they've still got one more map to try and save it. It's going to be Mirage, and it's going to be in about 5 minutes. Make sure you don't go anywhere.
And a 10th team will represent eStar's head sponsor, 3. After 9 weeks of tough battle, the grand final will then find its winner live from the 3 Arena in Dublin. Check out our Facebook events or visit estars.pro for further information. This is 3 Ireland's eStars.
CSGO Legends Series is back and revamped with a brand new system never before seen in competitive esports. ELC Gaming is unveiling a brand new unique point system which takes a wide range of win conditions into account. From rank of opponent played, strength on T and CT side, and variety of maps played will all influence points accumulated. Teams earn cash every time they play, with rewards given, win or lose. All matches will be broadcast twice per week, live from the ELC Hamburg studios, home of Big Betty. An all-exclusive, all-inclusive $25,000 prize pool Legends Cup awaits, where the two European champions will face off against a team from the US and a team from China. This is where legends are born. Welcome to Legend Series. Go to elcgaming.com for more information.
Hi, we're ELC Gaming and we're looking forward to one of the greatest events we've ever had. The Ireland E-Stars will feature a tour with our esports truck, Big Betty, all the way through Ireland. We will start right here from our headquarters in Germany, where Big Betty will take 2 ferries to get to Ireland. The first from Rotterdam to Hull, then from Holyhead, which will take Betty directly to Dublin. From there, she will travel to 9 different locations in 9 weeks, where we'll visit the best football clubs in Ireland. But to do what exactly? To host one of the biggest League of Legends tournaments ever to be held in Ireland. Each of the 9 teams will be represented by 5 League of Legends players, and a 10th team will represent E-Star's head sponsor, 3. After 9 weeks of tough battle, the grand final will then find its winner live from the 3 Arena in Dublin. Check out our Facebook events or visit estars.pro for further information. This is 3 Ireland's E-Stars.
Hello, welcome back everybody to Legend Series. We're in map 2 of Pride versus Kopsaka, and wow, map 1 was a very dominating affair. 16-3 on cash, in fact, for Kopsaka. The second time that's happened this Legend Series, but now we go on to more comfortable ground, Mirage, where 9 out of 10 players are already in this. All 10 people are here. I'm joined by Yakut, and we're live in the knife round. Or maybe we're not.
Going?
Somebody left.
Oh, no.
It's alright. False start. I'm used to them.
Good job. I'm not actually in anyway, so that works out for me.
No problem. They're 4v5ing it, which is, in fact, what they almost did in the previous map.
Again, though, it's Mirage, so, I mean, Mirage tends to be CT-sided, but I don't think it's that much of an issue on this map, aside from, like, let's say, like, Train or Overpass or something. Or Inferno. But, nonetheless, looks like Pride should be able to take this one. Stabby, stabby, stab. There we go.
Step, step, step.
Very nice.
Pride are going to win that as well. I feel like the knife round is a good opportunity for Kopsaka to win something, though, so that's
Oh,
upsetting.
oh, snap.
Wait. It's only a joke, fellas. It's only a joke.
Angry Kopsaka fans are going to congregate in the chat. All 2 of them. Anyway.
Both of them.
Here we go. There's going to be a push out onto the A-bomb site here. Palace waterfall coming through. Exus and Gab both pick up kills each. Adara was able to find one on the push. And no smoke to accompany the stairs smoke, but it's going to allow them to peek into jungle. And Heats actually picks one up as well. This is working out for Kopsaka. And just like that, it's going to be a 1v3 for Exus. Line's 1, but he's got 2 more to deal with.
Yeah, hold the phone. He's already found his first frag, and he's on this bomb. They don't know that he's not got a defuse kit, but Osiris is going to be able to finish him off. A great triple kill for Osiris to start us off. And he was one of the players that didn't actually show up to their first match. He was ill that week, but here he is. And he is one of the 2 players who are really fragging for Kopsaka today. But not enough to really do a lot of damage. A pistol round is a good start.
Definitely. Anyway. There's going to be Kopsaka here with the 3 AKs and 2 UMPs. Of course, though, you cannot count out the pistols. You can see Pride getting aggressive. And this is the problem that I think Kopsaka are going to have on Mirage, is that their default doesn't seem to be very strong. So you can see Pride have the information now. They know that nobody's playing by ramp, and they're going to able to rotate over and get aggressive and just stack the B bomb site. And with pistols, it's going to be very, very dangerous. And if Kopsaka do decide to go back to A, they have no idea if anyone's pushed up, so it's going to slow them down even further. So this is a bit of a problem right now, and you've still got 1 player left towards A as well, quite pushed up. So basically, what Pride have done is they've basically funneled them into towards B, or potentially mid. So the only option Kopsaka have is for a completely safe route onto a map is going mid to A, but they're going to head towards B. So this could be a bloodbath.
3 AK-47s as well, so Kopsaka should be able to do something, but they walk right into Spore, who has the CZ, most 2 down, and they've got a lot more players to deal with here. Heat's only going to be able to take 1 in return, dives and darts back into this site. Tom's able to pick it up, and oh my lord, he's doing the damage. Finishes off 3, and Pride right back in the running. That's what happens when you push into the site without any information, right, Yakut?
Yeah, and just no map control, no info on anywhere on the map. They just all went towards B. I do not understand why teams go towards B on an anti-eco or an anti-force spy, and on top of that, go towards B without even getting any information on the other side of the map or any defaulting essentially. And that's the problem I think they're going to have on this map. Mirage is very map control based. You need to hold your ground and get information and give yourself options, because if you box yourself in, it's very easy for the CTs to basically stack a site and shut you down. Of course, Kopsaka now on the eco, or the half force spy, whatever you want to call it, will get completely shut down. And yeah, once again, Pride just completely controlling the game. It looked, after that pistol round, it looked like Kopsaka were gonna be able to actually, show us some prowess on Mirage, but doesn't look like it.
The problem that Kopsaka have is if you're going to play a slow style on Mirage, it's going to allow Pride to take advantages in so many different places. You can see just previous round, they were able to push 3-4 players on towards mid, and Cyrus able to steal away an M4, but what can he really do with it? He's unarmored. Him and Wittekund back towards A. And Pride looking to be able to wrap in. There's the bomb gone. And Cyrus, oh, he's next to 9. Splore started this map off fantastically.
Yeah, this has been a great start for him, as has Tom as well, 7-1. And now we've got the AWP out onto Heats, and to be honest, I think the AWP is a lot more effective on Cash. So if it didn't work on Cash, I don't see it doing too much on Mirage, especially on the T side. Nonetheless, he's going to be going towards mid, and aggression here from Pride. You can see they know that they've got Kopsaka where they want them, so they can afford to make these players this mid aggression. In the first buy round, just completely shutting it down already, getting 2 kills there. Heats was able to get 1 before going down, but that really puts them in a tough spot. And once again, they don't really have much map control. It's Pride completely controlling things right now.
There's Luz as well, just holding down the angle. Tom for support from behind. And Luz should be able to hold my drink. Wittekund is able to take 2. Looking back for an aggressive Exus who's got the AWP. So if he misses 1 shot here, he's going to allow Wittekund past, who's able to take that 3rd. I'd love to see him grab the AWP in this position, but he's going to dash past, and he's got 50 seconds left. Splore's been one of the better members. That is a complimentary commentator's cough right there. Wittekund back towards B, but Splore's got this angle on absolute lockdown. And is Wittekund going to be able to hit this shot on the cross? He has to be able to look towards short here. And Splore, he's playing quite passive. He's going to possibly allow Witt a shot onto this side. Oh no, Splore. The timing was great. And that's 4-1.
Good start here for Pride. Excess on that AWP as well. It's he hasn't really had any impact just yet, but I think that's going to be another thing to look out for as well. Once Kopsaka get desperate, I can honestly see them doing similar things what they were doing on Cash, just sort of all running towards one area of the map and getting shut down by Excess's AWP. But he's going to get that kill towards mid, and they're just desperate right now. Kopsaka, they're on this eco with the upgraded pistol, just trying to get some picks here and there, trying to make something work. But Pride just having fun with it, just getting aggressive and getting these kills fairly easily. No contest whatsoever for Kopsaka. And that's the difference you see, you know, when you've got a team just completely outskilled, you know, skill level wise. Is that, you know, in the previous game, you had Tricked versus Epsilon, you had these Deagle and CZ buys. They would do something different. They would, you know, actually use those guns and utilize them properly. And actually, we're getting quite close in rounds. And in some cases, we're winning the rounds. Kopsaka, they just seem to run a default when they've got these pistols and just try and go for picks. You should always try and, you know, get a bomb plant, do some damage, you know, sort of group together and overrun an area of the map if you're on eco, as a side, you know, as opposed to completely spreading out and trying to get picks. Sometimes it works with Deagles, but I just think Pride are just too on point right now.
Yeah, Luz with a kill towards the top of mid. There's a headshot to count him out. Izadora, he's just watching for this angle, waiting for somebody to encroach on this smoke. It's not going to happen. Heats with this AWP. Heats is definitely a difference maker, so to say. He's great at opening up either one of these bomb sites, especially with the AWP of all weapons. We saw him with 2 phenomenal clutches just last week, but today he needs to have the same effect. Tom towards the top of mid, tosses out a nade, gonna back off. Here's the follow-up flash, but Pride taking great mid control. There's Exus for a fast flick. Tom gonna swing in as well. There's a follow-up. Pride just asserting their dominance onto the middle sector of the map. And Heat and Osiris, probably the 2 stars of this German lineup, been all counted out of the action.
There's Heats opening it up there towards A, but Exus is there to trade fairly easily. The last player with the bomb is going to be Osiris making his way up a ramp, but with 25 seconds and just a flash, he's going to have to just go for it. Flashbang's not going to do anything. Exus easy kill with the AWP, and that's going to be 6-1 for Pride. There's really not much to say here. Kopsaka just can't get anything going. He's completely getting shut down by Pride.
I think that Heats can definitely swim with the big boys. You see him hitting shots. His aim is absolutely on point. He seems to be able to keep his cool as well. He seems to have a very kind of no shits given AWPer style. There's Idra going to be able to salvage an M4 on this site. Luz just wanting to hold this one down. There's Exus with an AWP of his own. Good for 2. This bomb is dropped, and it's already down to Adra with this M4, but he's been counted out from all angles. Pride collapse onto A, and that's 7-1.
Once again, not much to say about that. That was a bit of a half-buy from Kopsaka trying to get the bomb down, and Exus with the AWP by stairs is able to shut it down. Now we've got a double up on the T side. You can see Kopsaka, again, getting desperate, trying to try something different. You're going to have Heats. He's going to go towards A to try and find a pick, and then Osiris towards B. Actually going towards underpass this time, but you can see Pride not giving them any respect, just getting super aggressive, and Heats can't get anything done with the up. And that's the thing when you're opening ramp without any support. If the CTs get aggressive, there's not much you can do. And just like that, man down, up, down, and Exus pushed up all the way into spawn. He's going to see the bomb fairly soon if he decides to go that way. This is completely just... I don't know what to say about this. Kopsaka just being toyed with right now. There's nothing they can do. Pride is completely outclassing them. Kopsaka just really... I mean, it might be just new roster problems, you know, just coming into the rhythm of things. But right now, you can... This is just... Yeah, this is not fun for Kopsaka whatsoever. Oh, at least they kill Exus.
Yeah, he was quite a menace from behind, Adra. Isn't able to grab this bomb just yet. Does spot out Tom. Lots of damage being dealt, though, is Adra not going to be able to find that one. Tom actually just helped Mouse 1 and decided to go for a run. 8-1 here. Rome hasn't managed to get onto the scoreboard yet, apart from all those deaths.
Right. See if Kopsaka can do something this time with the pistol buy. Once again, a bit of a default here. They do have the top mid smoke, gives them a bit of room to work with, but Worms is going to run straight into Splort. Just nothing working for them here. Heats gets a little bit of damage onto Exus there, and maybe Witter is able to follow it up. Actually, Tom chasing him down. He's going to get an AK from it, and there it is, Adara. He's going to get one with a P250 as well. Now 3v3. There's only one player towards B as well. If they do decide to go that way, they can try and take him down. They can't cross into mid there. They don't have a smoke towards window or connector. Adara will throw the smoke into window. That's still not going to solve all their problems.
Can you remember Chico from X Factor?
Chico?
Yeah, can you remember Chico?
How many years ago was that?
Like, yeah, nah, in fact, Kopsaka are our Jedward.
Oh, Jedward, okay.
Yeah, they're our Jedward. Chico was like the original Jedward.
I don't think I remember.
Chico, can you remember it's Chico time? It's
Chico
time.
It's Chico time. Yeah, I think I remember that. I don't think I watched it that year, but yeah, I remember that.
That was really early. That was really really early X Factor. Kopsaka are our Chico or Jedward, I think. that's kind of how I'm starting to see them. Oh, it's not an insult. They're entertaining.
I'm sure that's what they strive to be as a CS:GO team, just entertaining. All right, guys, we just gotta go there, put on a good show. Doesn't matter who wins, who loses. Anyway, it looks like they do want to head towards A. This execute may be coming through fairly soon. That Molotov will slow things down. That's a problem with an execute versus full utility. I've complained about this time and time again. Against full utility, it's just so hard to do anything because you're just getting shut down by Molotovs. That's exactly the problem. Execute versus full utility. Can teams stop doing that, please? Heat's last alive.
Ooh!
Actually, oh, bit of aim practice there, but gets a knife in the face, so...
That's not what he was aiming for. And 10-1 is now the scoreline. Cash did look pretty dominating, 16-3. This is looking even more dominating. Kovsaka really struggling to put many numbers on the board in any sense. And I don't know if there's much hyping this one up anymore. Heats isn't really firing on all cylinders. Kovsaka haven't been nailing the clutches that they managed to get on the board last week. And with $25,000 on the scorecard, remember that this is some serious business.
Actually, working out all right for Kovsaka so far. Osiris able to get that kill. Exus is on low HP, but Splore will take down Osiris, and now makes things more difficult here. Low HP on both players there. Splore just so aggressive. That nade will deal with him though, surely. There it is, 1v1 now. Exus with the AWP though has a bit of an advantage in the sense that he's got low HP, but a gun that can kill in one shot. Witter has absolutely no idea where he is. As you can see, he's checking his back. But he's got 48 seconds to work with. Where's he gonna go? A or B?
They're playing Instagib right now. Both of these players one-shot with pretty much any weapon. He switched it out to the CZ at fairly long range. But Witten's going to have to walk into this one at one point, and he has not got much time to be able to toy around with this one. He's spotted out the angle. He's going to move into this one, and he does spot out the shoulder, find a second round. That was exceptionally lucky. I don't know if he caught a glimpse of his opponent there, but he did seem to know that he was lurking around in that corner, and a 10-2 scoreline awaits. And Kovsaka able to get on the board in terms of the rifles. Adara's going to pick up a Galil. Nade's running a little light. You can see Heat hasn't got the AWP.
Yep. AKs across the board here. Roms without head armor as well. Heat's trying his best to make something happen, but can't get anything going. This is what I mean. When they run a default, they just get completely smacked. The only rounds that can make happen is if it's just chaos and just all players pushing towards one area of the map. But it's going to be down to Adara and Osiris. If they've got any chance on this one, they need to get a few more rounds on the board. They can't end it with 2 or 3. They need to sort of... It's tough to say at this point, though, because they're just getting so outclassed by Pride. No matter what Kovsaka are going to do, Pride are just going to give them like no respect and just take the M deals and win them out.
Remember, Pride are reigning Legends Cup champions as well, so they're not afraid of the big stage. They look to crush these sort of teams. In LA, their first 3 games were just all dominating victories, and this one is looking very, very similar. Remember that this all culminates in a Legends Cup, which brings America, China, all the regions together with Europe, and for $25,000. So, serious business. And Gab's going to go into Palace with this AWP. They are going into this B site here. The Deagle leading the charge. Heats needs to just nail a headshot as that Molotov dissipates. They're going to just charge straight through it, taking tons of damage. And Sport's going to spray all 5 down. Absolute massacre. Kovsaka in absolute tatters. And it's 12-2. This is almost game over, night-night.
It's the only thing I can say at this point. Just, this is a bit of a blowout. Once again, I think Kovsaka at this point, like you can tell by what the fact that they bought in last round. I think they've kind of mentally given up here. If they were still playing for the win, they would have ecoed last round and bought in this one. But going to be on Deagles and a Galil once again, trying their hand at A this time. A bit more of a setup that actually favors them here. But look at Tom. This is just no respect whatsoever. Spraying down Osiris. It's going to get rid of their mid presence, and now only players remaining are the ones on A. 2 AWPs, Gabe and Exus. Exus close by, actually misses the shot, so it gives Kopsaka a chance here. Only Deagles though, and they've still got to deal with this other AWP as well, and Luz in the back lines, but Heats gets the Deagle kill as well. And now Gab throws the nade, not going to find anyone out, and Nadera with the AWP as well. Are we finally going to see another round here from Kopsaka? 3v2 man advantage with the bomb down as well. Splore gets taken out, all down to Tom. He does have a kit, but no utility. Kopsaka might have actually done it.
They're already calling for the good halves, but Tom, obviously, he is going to be able to go for this one. There's an AWP on the ground, but he wants to stick with the M4. There's the first man peeking, the follow-up from Heats, and a third round for Kopsaka. So remember, with this new Legends point system, as many rounds as you can take as possible will limit the damage done. So if Kopsaka can make this 6 rounds, 8 rounds, they're going to limit the damage on the scoreboard at the end of the day. And Pride just want to absolute... Well, Pride have obviously had 2 death losses so far this tournament, so they want to close this game out exceptionally quickly to be able to get as high on the scoreboard as possible back in the game.
Yeah, I think it goes without saying, Kopsaka, they definitely need this pistol round, and it's going to be a B push here from Pride. That's a nice start. Rom's taking the head off of Luz. The push comes through. Osiris there in the back lines as well. It's going to take down another one as well. Pistol round seems to be where Kopsaka thrive, but 2 quick kills in response, and Tom is completely shutting it down. He gets the dink on the last one as well. 2v3.
Gab does finish off the job. Just Witten left in a 1 versus 3. He's over towards the back line here on the flank, and Pride seem to know it. Maybe he's given away a Sankyu. There are 2, now 3 people looking towards that side of the map. That was completely given away, but Witten does find that first and opening shot. He is going down into this B site, and they are facing him left and right. The crossfire is great, and Pride keep the train rolling. Splore's 19-7 right now. This is a great scoreline. Tom, 17-6. Lots of frags down there as well.
On the other side, you've got Rom 1-16. I didn't even realize how much of a problem it's been for him this game. Still got Heats and Witter trying to fight back, but this is not fun whatsoever. Of course, it was an eco, but it's completely shutting it down. Heat says, I didn't do anything. I don't know what that refers to, but doesn't seem like anyone on Kopsaka is doing anything right now, especially not Roms, but regardless. 2 more rounds for Pride, and we'll be seeing ourselves at the end of a very, very quick best of 2.
This is about as fast as it gets in Counter-Strike. About as non-competitive as it gets as well. Cyrus, he's able to spray one away with a P2000. Sprawl just extending that scoreline even further. And you can see Pride just man after man really going for these Angels. They feel confident in every single regard. Loads of damage onto Heats. You can see Exus just waiting for headshot after headshot. Knows exactly where Heats is as well. Has his sight set on match point. A 2-0 almost guaranteed here on the second map for Pride.
All right. Last chance here for Kopsaka. 15-3. And we're going to see another 16-3 here, as it's just going to be 4 players down mid here. Kopsaka are going to try their best to stay in this game, but Pride don't look like they're having it here. Super aggressive into mid here, just no respect at all, just in their faces. I mean, they've completely given up the sights. There's a 5v5, but it doesn't seem that way. Gab will take down Heats. Adara does answer back. It's a 4v4, and they have the bomb site.
Yeah, lack of map control, lack of fragging, and a 4 versus 2. An impossible retake for Kopsaka to be able to stay in this game. Osiris gone, and it's only Roms left. A 1 versus 4 of impossible proportion, and he's going to find that first. Where's the second to switch out to the AWP, and Tom's going to finish off the job. A quick 2-0 for Team Pride. A pair of 16 threes, and that's game, set, and match for them. A 2-0, their first win on the board here at Legend Series. And if we compare that to what they've previously done, let's get up the leaderboard and see how that really might affect the scoreboard over the next few days. Obviously, Pride at the bottom, that's where they started today. They've now got a win on the board. Nexus right at the top. They will stay there after today's affair. EPG in second place. Likewise, they should stay there as well. Kopsaka, another loss, should probably put them down into last place or second to last place. A really poor performance tonight from the Germans. And obviously, we saw Epsilon get the first 1-1 on the board. That was against Tricked. I don't think that we'll be seeing the points shift all too much at all. Those are the standings. Let's see what we've got coming up for the rest of the week. Just one day left. Make sure you join us back here on Thursday for Team Spirit versus QB Fire. That's our title match. And then Pride Gaming, they'll be making their return, this time against the Massier. Quite a wild dog, dark horse underdog team who have already caused quite of a stir. Q-Rush, he will be here on the main stage. But until then, you're going to be back with us, aren't you?
Indeed, you'll see me again on Thursday. It's been fun being back on the casting desk. It's been a while as well.
It's been so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me, Yaku, and thank you to everybody at home for joining us. There's been so many people, so much support in the chat tonight. Love you all. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, good night.